Good evening, Chelsea fans. Can you hear me? Can you hear the microphone? Can you hear me on stream? Let me know. Give me a yes, give me a no. What a day. Can you hear me? Perfect. What a day this is for football. What a day this is for our club. And what a day this is. With news that Chelsea are withdrawing, are formally going to withdraw from the European Super League, followed by Manchester City. Also reports that Atletico Madrid are going to do the same over in Spain. Amazing. Hopefully you've all seen the footage of the Chelsea fans down at Stamford Bridge making their feelings known. Petr Cech had come out, pleaded with the fans to let the team buses through, but did say, I know what you're saying, and then just give us some time. Literally minutes later, we see footage on Sky Sports News of the fans moving away from the main entrance willingly. And that was a result of the fact that the fans have been told that Chelsea are, well, they've heard the news that Chelsea are going to formally withdraw from the absolute nonsense European Super League, driven by money. We've all seen the passion from Gary Neville. We've seen the passion from Jamie Carragher last night on Monday Night Football, what it means for football in general, this league. And I'm so pleased. I am so pleased that Chelsea have come to their senses and they've decided to withdraw. So believe it or not, people, we've got a game on tonight. And I have to say, hello to every one of you, by the way. I have to say, I woke up this morning and I wasn't sure if I was going to do commentary. And the reason I was thinking about not doing commentary, just to tell you, is because if we win against Brighton, we go into the top four. We could go third. But the way it looked this morning, the top four meant absolutely nothing because of the situation with the European Super League and the clubs automatically being in it. It basically meant that the top four would be meaningless. So poor Leicester, poor West Ham, and I'm being genuine when I say this. These guys have got a real chance to qualify for the Champions League, and the European Super League would throw their chance out the window, and it's disgusting. And I'm so pleased that Chelsea have come to their senses and they're withdrawing. I'm so pleased. So, we're just waiting for official confirmation. There could be all sorts of legal wrangling with the European Super League claiming that they've signed an agreement that's ironclad and they can't legally get out of it. There could be all sorts of legal stuff going on. But the news that Chelsea are withdrawing. They're withdrawing from the European Super League, along with Manchester City. It's always been said that Chelsea, Man City were the last ones to go. And it's unbelievable. And Atletico Madrid not having it either. So hopefully this European Super League will fall apart. They wanted to chase the money. Man United, Liverpool, they're all skint. They got no money. Real Madrid, they're skint. Barcelona, they're skint. They all wanted this in this league to have guaranteed money to literally just everybody else can just go and do one, basically. And the Chelsea fans are still outside the ground. I'm seeing footage of it now. Still outside the ground. Or is this a footage from earlier on today? Hopefully. But outstanding. Outstanding from Leeds and Liverpool fans last night. Outstanding from Chelsea fans. And other fans that were probably there as well today. The other football teams. Making their feelings known and demonstrating. So Chelsea, with a win tonight, could go third above Leicester. Leicester would have a game in hand. So let's get back to what we're talking about. Let's get back to football. We're all skint, says Paulie. We are. Well, so just so you know, guys, the kickoff's been pushed back 15 minutes. Chelsea team: Kepa, Zuma, Christensen, Rudiger, James, Mount, Jorginho, Alonso, Ziyech, Havertz, Pulisic. Everybody else on the bench, apart from Tammy Abraham. Brighton: Sanchez, Veltman, Dunk, Webster, Gross, White, Basuma, Byrne, Trossard, McAllister, Danny Welbeck. Oh my word. So absolute Chelsea are claiming that it's off, are they? Let's have a look on Twitter while I'm here. Let's have a butchers at what's been happening. Ed Woodward has resigned as chairman of Manchester United. Woodward's decision comes after the backlash of the European Super League. He's resigned. Excellent work. Excellent work. Let's have a look here. Let's just see what we've got. So, have we got... There is no expectancy of the Spanish clubs pulling out. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, so Man City are definitely... Man City have withdrawn. There's no confirmation. It says here, breaking the European Super League is off. That's been reported on TalkSport. We have to wait and get official confirmation, obviously. Let's not forget, people, that of course what we've also got is we're waiting for Chelsea to come out and basically say that this is what they're doing. So it's outstanding day. An outstanding day that I thought was going to start off awful, and it's actually turned out to be all right. Could you hear other footage then? Could you actually hear the TV coverage on my channel as well? Just let me know. Hopefully not. Evening, Clint, Alonso, everyone, Chaotic, Bev, Martin, Indy, Clint, Terry. Who else is here? Leaf Ghost of Rugby, Richard. Good to see you again. Jane as well, obviously. Nikki P. Lee. Everyone that's in, come and join in. Woodshedder, Gennaro, Daniel. Windvale Fan Club. Brilliant, isn't it? It's fantastic. It's going to come crashing down. Chaotic, hello. Daft. Gennaro, I'm all good, mate. All good. Great news. Brilliant news. I sincerely hope. See, this is the point, Dara. I think basically there's still going to be sanctions over these 6 teams. I think that the sanctions will basically come in. And Anthony, good to see you. Michael, good to see you here. I think that despite the fact Chelsea, Man City are going to pull out, and I think what's going to happen, I think the Premier League might impose some sanctions on us. Hopefully not. But I'll tell you what, though. This time next week, we've got to go and smash Real Madrid. There's a rumour the Chelsea fans made their feelings known and were brilliant by doing so as well. The footage that you saw, the Chelsea fans out there, there's a report that Chelsea are already planning to leave, which is why Petr Cech was outside the ground with the fans, pleading for them to just calm down, to let the team buses in and to give them time. That was the first real indication from inside the club that they didn't accept what they signed up for. And the fact that Chelsea, they've come out now and they've withdrawn. But yeah, I'm all good. Brian, good to see you. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm fantastic. The fact that I know that the live stream from outside the ground, there's about 20,000 people watching it at one point. But it's just so good. Football fans have spoken, not just Chelsea fans, football fans up and down the country. Up and down the country. And that's really important to remember. It's not just about Chelsea tonight. It's not just about Man City. It's everyone. Football fans have got their allegiances. But when our game is threatened, the future of our game, the history of our game is trampled on, pure football fans come together and they make a stand. As I said last night, Leeds and Liverpool fans did. Then we saw the players come out and say what they said. Then we saw other players. Luke Shaw's come out today for Man United and he said the same thing. Edward Woodward has resigned as chairman of Man United as a result. I've just got footage of Bruce Buck, Chelsea chairman, director's lounge, on his phone. Who else is in there? Other people are in there. He's on his mobile phone at the minute. So I'm wondering if he will do any interviews. I'm not sure. But the good thing is Chelsea have come to their senses. They're going to pull out, but I fully expect there to be... They won't come out scot-free. It's only been 48 hours. But I think what's going to happen is there might be some sanctions. There might be, hopefully not points docked. But, yeah. The game will be going ahead. It's late kickoff. It's 8:15 kickoff. Delayed because the coach took ages to get into the ground. Yeah, his phone with a light blue case. It's a bit girly, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. So what felt as though it was going to be a bit of a nightmare today, commentating on, has actually turned out all right. my mates forwarded me a couple of jokes. One of them says Arsenal have decided not to participate in the European Super League. Instead, they're starting their own breakaway league with just themselves in it. The bookies currently have them second favourites to win it. Spurs lifting the Super League trophy after all 11 clubs pull out. Oh, dearie me. That is fun. It's brilliant, isn't it? What a great day. Let's have a look what else is happening on Twitter. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, Ed Woodward has stepped down as Man United executive vice chairman. Just have a look here. Is there anything else? Graham Potter, the Brighton boss, when he was asked about the delayed kickoff and the Chelsea fans outside the ground, said this: "We're a little bit delayed, but we have no problem with that. The supporters are the most important thing." That's Graham Potter, the Brighton manager. Deary me. So, expect there to be more backlash over all of this. Hopefully, Brighton have got their T-shirts on. Champions League, football's for the fans. They're wearing the same T-shirts Leeds wore yesterday. You guys have always seen, well, you would have seen those images from yesterday's game. White T-shirts with big Earn It, Champions League and Earn It on it. And I think basically that's going to be the case tonight. That's going to be the situation. There's going to be all sorts of backlash with this. I'm just hoping that Chelsea don't get points deduction. Will they be talking about people to resign at these clubs that made these decisions? I have to wait and see. The good thing is football's won. As long as we get confirmation that Chelsea have 100% pulled out, I'm sure they have. Man City have as well. And I'm just hopeful that this European Super League be put to bed and these rich bastards that have so much money that they don't invest in their clubs and they're seeing their clubs go skint, put their hands in their pockets for once and sort their clubs out. We want the best league in the world, the Premier League, to remain the best league in the world. We want the Champions League to be the best club competition worldwide. It is already. There might be some issues with it or the distribution of monies, whatever. But as far as football goes, the Champions League is the best club competition in the world. Club competition. And it's brilliant. The Champions League is what everyone dreams of playing in. Imagine the European Super League took place and started next season. Leicester finished third, West Ham finished fourth, God forbid, and they're denied the opportunity to play in Europe. It'd be an absolute travesty. Windvale Fan Club, no. It's just Leeds did last night, Brighton are today, but they probably had that all lined up before they even turned up at the ground. Only to find out that they're making a stand against the others that remain in the European Super League. The pressure's now on the likes of Man United, whose chairman's resigned, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal to do the same, to pull out. That's what we need to see. Yeah, who's going to now pay for Haaland? No one. They've got no money. Oh, dear. Yeah, what happens if they... I don't think the Super League's going to happen. But, I mean, this was the thing. They were talking about sanctions. They were talking about Chelsea, City, Real Madrid all being like banned from the Champions League this season. Super League come out and said they can't do that. Lawyers, they can't do it. But who cares? We're out now. Yeah, they're trying to... The legal team will be working with his contract to try and get out of it. And it's just a mess. Chelsea were reportedly backed into a corner along with Man City. They, for the fear of missing out, they decided to sign it. And it looks as though, or apparently they've regretted it ever since. They didn't fear the backlash or didn't see the potential backlash. I mean, it's just fantastic. It is fantastic that our club, my club, has taken a stand. It's just a shame that it took this for them to realise the situation. They should know it anyway. The rich want to get richer. You know, there was a statement by Perez, the Real Madrid chairman or whatever he is, who's now he was the European Super League chairman, saying that it will give players and amateur players and fans across the world notable fixtures to look forward to every year. We do that in the Champions League already. Sod off. So, Swiss Daniel, thank you very much. Thank you. Wasn't initially going to celebrate CFC scoring tonight. However, I'm swerving to jump around. And about you, are you going to celebrate? Of course, I will celebrate as I always do. As long as we score goals. Ella, how are you? Good to see you. Terry as well. Let's just check if anybody else has joined. Dog Bones here. It's a goal. Good to see you. Yes. Ed Woodward's resigned. Batara, good to see you here. Steve, as I said, Steve's in. If I haven't mentioned anybody, give me a shout. Ox, I can see you here. Daniel, see you here as well. So, we've actually got a game to play, but we've got to wait another 11 minutes. It's an 8:15 kickoff. 8:15 kickoff. Oh, we can enjoy the game now. The game seemed just worthless. It seemed pointless this morning. Now we're back fighting for Champions League, and we can go third with a win over Brighton. Scott, hopefully no European Super League. Hopefully, it looks like that's going to be the case. Football and football fans across the country have won. TV custard cream. Why was it delayed? Because the fans outside the ground protesting. The police shut the road, the Fulham Road. As a result, the team buses couldn't get in. And then Petr Cech come outside the ground, spoke to the fans, told them he knew their frustrations and to give it time, which was a real indication that the club had changed their mind. And then it came out that Chelsea were preparing documentation to officially withdraw. That news filtered through to Chelsea fans who then moved away from the entrance. The team coaches went in late. As a result, we got a late kickoff. Dale, good to see you here, mate. Martin, I'm 95%. Thank you. Donny, where can I watch it live? Wherever you can find it. Timothy, good to see you here. Captain JB, exactly. We should celebrate the decision. Dennis, good to see you as well. The Super League did accomplish forcing UEFA to increase the money. They did. Scott, yeah, Man U, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Atletico, Barca, all left. Is that all confirmed? Hello, Daft. Opinions on the games like Matthew. Good to see you. Opinion on the lineup. I've got to remind myself of the lineup. I've been too busy waffling about the ridiculous European League. Hold on. So the Chelsea team confirmed was Kepa in goal. The back three, Zuma, Christensen, Rudiger. Two wing-backs, Reece James, Marcus Alonso. Chilwell gets a rest, along with Thiago Silva. Midfield two, Mason Mount dropping deep and playing next to Jorginho. Conte gets a rest. And up front, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic with Kai Havertz as the false nine. I'll tell you what, one thing that we've got under Thomas Tuchel is balls. Bit of a fight about us. No, one thing we've got with this squad and these players is options. Plenty of options. What we want to see. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Really appreciate the comment, as always. Captain Scruff says he's still disappointed that we joined in the first place. Exactly. I think there will be ramifications. I think that Chelsea may find themselves with some sanctions, along with Man United, along with the other clubs as well. Leon's in Barbados. Good to see you here, mate. Good to see you joining. Thank you very much. If you've never seen my live commentary on games before, it's ball-by-ball coverage. Andy, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate your comment. So Terry says that he'd read reportedly that Bruce Buck reached out to another CEO and said he'd been misled and lied to. Well, there you go then. Tesfu, good to see you here. Good to see you here. Ambler Productions, have you heard Tottenham can't afford to leave the Super League? They're waiting for everyone to leave so they can lift the trophy themselves. Have I done the clock? I've done the clock. The clock's there. My high-class graphics, my amazing fancy graphics are ready to go. Bowden, there he is. Good to see you here. Smash that like button for me, people. Yeah, confirmation that Edward would have stepped down. Oh, poor him. Poor him. He'll go to bed and he'll go home and he'll go home and he'll take a lie down on his bed full of £5 notes. £5 notes. 100? £50 notes. £100 notes. Jane, thank you very much for your super chat. Thanks for your channel, Daft. With no TV here, I feel really connected with my club again. Thank you very much. That's what I'm aiming for. And if you feel that way, then I'm really, really grateful that you do. Thank you so much, Jane. Brilliant, brilliant comment. Thank you very much. John, hello, mate. Good news. We put out football stays the same as when I started supporting Chelsea in the 70s. I'm well. I'm good. I'm really good. Ross, lad, I don't know. I'm not sure about other clubs. I can't see anything yet. Let's have a look at Twitter before the game starts in 5 minutes. But once again, Swiss Daniel Jane, thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated, as always. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at the news. Have a look. The 12 Super League clubs are currently on a Zoom call, apparently. Real Madrid are close to leaving the Super League. That don't make any sense. He's the bloody chairman of it, isn't he? Perez, what's he talking about? Someone's got a someone's taken a screenshot of Bruce Buck on his phone, and they've put what's being said is Roman Abramovich saying, "Hello, Bruce, we need to talk." Oh, dearie me. Right, let's get back into the game. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to focus on the game of football, believe it or not, because there is a game to be played. Chelsea got a massive chance to jump into third place before, with a game in hand over Leicester. Or Leicester's got a game in hand on us, I should say. They play later on this week. But this is massive. Massive game. Did Levy sack Jose? No, he got rid of him, I think, because he just lost the dressing room once again. Alonso, let's celebrate top three. We've got to be there first. Leon, you know Barbados is pure blue. Fantastic, Leon. Aparecida, good evening. Let's hope. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. My pronunciations are shocking, by the way. Why not? Chelsea, 2 blue hearts. Good to see. Batara, raise the price of money, then no more Super League. Michael Perez leaves only the Maverick teams. Why not? I'd love to be able to pronounce that, but I can't read Arabic. Score predictions, people. In fact, whack on this chat very quickly where you're watching from. Where you're watching this stream from. We're on 95 people at the minute. We got 61 likes. Can I get close to 100 before half time? Hopefully so. Right, Chelsea are players. Chelsea are players. Chelsea players are coming out onto the pitch. Different role tonight for Mason Mount. Playing deep next to Jorginho. Kai Havertz. Hakim Ziyech. Christian Pulisic. Front three. Now, I will say this before kick-off. Brighton, massive team. Huge players. Real threat from set pieces. Their centre-backs are huge. So, we need to get into this. We got people watching in the USA, Rochester, the Isle of Wight, Devon, Plymouth, Barbados. Let's focus on the game of football for an hour and 45 minutes. And then after the game finishes, I'm going to keep this going for an hour or so after the game to have a chat and get your emotions out about what's happened in the last 48 hours. Who's on the bench? I'm about to tell you. Right, just going through the teams again, guys. If you... Free Birds in Australia, good to see you here. God, it's late for you, or early, I should say. Kepa's in goal. Kurt Zuma, Andreas Christensen, and Antonio Rudiger. Christensen's back, and Zuma. Reece James, right wing back. Alonso on the left. Mason Mount, Jorginho in the middle of midfield. Up top, 2 number 10s. Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, Kai Havertz. Captain America. On the bench is Mendy, Chilwell, Aspi, Emerson, Kante, Gilmore, Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner, and Rylan Clark. Olivier Giroud. You never see him in the same room. That's all I'm saying. Brighton. Robert Sanchez in goal. They're back 3. Veltman, Lewis Dunk, Webster. They're massive. Huge players. Their midfield 4. Pascal Gross, Ben White, Yves Bissouma, Dan Burn. They're big as well. Burn's big. Trossard and McAllister. In behind Danny Welbeck. He's got bleeding. He's got form. So they're playing the same formation as us. 3-4-3. It's 3-4-3 matched across the board. Brighton are well organised. They're doing decent. They're a good, organised team. John, good to see you. Deep State's here. Is it confirmed that it's collapsed? There's Petr Cech in the stands, watching the game, having a cup of tea, thinking, God, dearie me. I'm never doing that again. That's what he just said. He didn't. That's probably what... That's, I imagine, what he just said. Okay. So let's get back and focus. Right, so Bruce Buck is still there. John Bailey, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated as always. Bruce Buck, I reckon his phone's going off the hook. The Chelsea legal team must be doing their pieces right now. Okay, Gennaro. Yeah, old Kepa and his slick back hair. Fair play. He's got the old, he's got the step going on. We've wanted a step in our, or a wedge, I should say. We've wanted a wedge back in the day, growing up at school. You turn, when your hair's long especially, you turn your head and your hair takes 5 minutes to stop. Anyway, back to the game. And Brighton are going to kick off. Kicking towards the Matthew Harding. Interesting to see what happens here. Hopefully Chelsea, the players themselves, can just literally get back focused on the game and focus on third place, which means Champions League qualification, people. Who'd have thought of that this morning? Come on. Right, the game's about to kick off. Brighton are going to kick off once we take the knee. Don't forget the message, report racism. There's no place for racism in society. Everyone's taking a knee. Here we go. The game's about to kick off. Brighton kick off. They go back to the centre half, who launches it. Up towards our right back position and Christensen's underneath it. Big header. Flicks it forward. Ziyech just heads it up in the air and then Brighton go in and win the ball. We bring it down, knock it about. Nice little early touches. Inside our own half still. Kurt Zouma just outside our box. Gives it to Rudiger to his left. Strides forward. He's got Alonso on the byline. Gives it to him. Just over halfway, Alonso. Into the feet of Havertz. And there's Christian Pulisic. Tried to take it off him quickly. He was got caught in his feet. And it went out for a Brighton throw-in. Brighton throwing about halfway inside their own half. Right-hand side. In fact, he's right in front of Thomas Tuchel, who's giving his instructions away to the players. They take it short. Go back to the centre-back, Ben White. It's actually Ben White playing in the back next to, is it Duffy and Webster? Lewis Dunk and Webster. Webster plays the ball forward. Zuma's read it. They were looking for the run of McAllister. And we've gone back to Kepa. He rolls it out to Rudiger. Rudiger out to Alonso. Back to Rudiger. Just outside our box, left-hand side. Rolls it to Kepa. Brighton are pushed up. They're not pressing. They're pushed up high. They're not pressing the ball, though. Jorginho picks up the ball outside the box. Gives it wide right to Reece James. And then Christensen plays it off a defender. Deflects up to Hakim Ziyech. Loses possession. Halfway inside our own half. And they're down the left-hand side with Welbeck. It's the edge of our box, but Jorginho's read it great, perfectly. And then he gives it away on the edge. They've still got the ball, Brighton. Play it out to the left-hand side. Cross comes into the box. Kepa's there all day. Dodgy play from Chelsea. And inside our box, the corner of the box, Jorginho. Give it away. Right, we roll it out to Alonso. Back to Rudiger. To Kurt Zouma. Just strolls outside of our box. Shut down. Stops. Goes back to Kepa. Kepa back out to left-hand side to Rudiger. Takes a touch. Then launches it up the line. It goes straight out of play. Brighton pressing. Once Chelsea play the ball out of the box, they press forward and they go and push to shut us down. Guys, if I don't see a name in the chat or if I don't see a comment, apologies. I am commentating. Thank you for getting involved. Drop a like on this for me. I've got 72 currently. I'm at 100 by half time. That'd be nice. Right, so Brighton's got a throw in halfway inside our half. Our left back position. They throw it up the line. And they win the first header, but Jorginho's there to get the ball away. Moved forward 10 yards. Another Brighton throw. Level the edge of our box. Right-hand side. Their right wing, our left side. Brighton go back. Veltman goes back to Ben White. Kicks him under pressure from Pulisic. Pulisic wins it, but then Dunk comes across and plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper from halfway inside our half. They play the ball from the goalkeeper position out to the left-hand side, back to the goalkeeper, inside his own box. Chelsea pushed up, pressing the ball now with Pulisic, and they launch it forward, right wing. Rudiger goes across. Veltman collects it. Did get shoved in the back from Rudiger, and he plays the ball straight out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. The linesman didn't actually flag for a foul or anything. But yeah, so it's a bit of a tetchy start, you've got to be honest. Right, goal kick. Kepa plays it up to Havertz, wins a flick on, but goes the other side of the run that Hakim Ziyech made. We collect the ball with Reece James. Goes back to Kurt Zouma. Zuma's playing in the middle. Christensen's on the right and Rudiger's on the left. Zouma to Rudiger. 10 yards inside our half. Mason Mount works across to get the ball. Gives it back to Rudiger. Brighton pressing the ball high now. Play it square to Christensen. Takes a touch, slows it down. Gives it to Kurt Zouma. Strides forward to the bottom of the centre circle, inside our half. Dead centre and goes wide to Rudiger. Brighton shift across and shut him down. Alonso up the line to Pulisic. Goes up against Ben White, falls over to Brighton throwing. Lost his footing. They take it short to Basuma. Turns away from a challenger Mason Mount and plays it wide right to Trossard. Beats Alonso. Rudiger comes across. Gets a foot in, does well. Mason Mount mops up. Gives it to Zuma, gets it back. Mount goes back to Kepa. Brighton pushed up to the edge of our box. We're playing it across, as we do, short up to Reece James. Mason Mount goes short and plays the ball up the line to Hakim. Actually, Kai Havertz does well under pressure from Lewis Dunk. Holds the ball up and lays it back off to Reece James. He's forward backwards to Kepa. Takes a touch and blasts it up to the right wing, halfway line. Havertz gets a push in the back when no one saw. Tries to flick it on. Goes over his head and Dunk collects the ball. Plays it to his right to Ben White. Goes forward. They play it to the right-hand side. But Alonso's there with Jorginho to cover. Ball goes out of play. Right on the halfway line. Brighton throw him. Chelsea needs some sustained possession around midfield and going forward here. We haven't had anything at the moment. But Brighton are a hard-working, well-organised team, and they take the throwing back to Ben White. Lewis Dunk, halfway inside his own half, goes square. Webster, Havertz goes across. Back to Dunk, dead centre, 10 yards outside his own box. Havertz comes across there, Pulisic's in front, plays it to the right-hand side, and Pulisic goes back to the keeper. Havertz goes to close him down. The keeper plays it out to far left to Webster. They look to play a ball up the line, one touch, but they give it away to Zouma. Jorginho comes short to get it. Plays it back to Rudiger, dead centre. Zouma. Jorginho inside the centre circle, shut down straight away. Goes back to Zouma, to Rudiger. Wide left to Alonso, 10 yards inside his own half. Plays a little ball up the line to Pulisic, trying to hold off the defender, Ben White. Gets a shove and the ball goes out of play again. Pulisic can't keep hold of it. He needs glue boots. He hasn't got them at the minute. Brighton take the throw in quickly. They go back to the centre half and they work it across the pitch to the left-hand side. Play it forward to Burn. Looking for a 1-2 with Welbeck. Give it away. We knock it forward and Pulisic takes down a great touch, but then gives it away under pressure. He's under pressure from two players straight away and gives it away. Needs to be a bit quicker. Brighton come out from the back. They play it to the right-hand side. Trossard lets the ball go. Gross collects the ball. Rudiger goes forward to challenge him. He goes back to Ben White. Just on the halfway line. Forward to Gross, and Chelsea's shutting him down again. He goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, who's just outside his own box, taking his time. And he plays it just to his left-hand side, to Dunk. Havertz goes to shut him down, so he comes back across the right-hand side to Ben White, up to Gross, right-hand side. They go square. They've worked the space well. Chelsea got all sucked over one side. Brighton have got three men over on the left. They stride forward. Webster goes wide left to Dunk. The cross coming, blocked by Reece James. Brighton did well. Brighton had a little slow possession. They're playing the same formation as us. They've literally just were playing it from one side, little passes. We all got sucked across and they had like Dan Burn and somebody else on the left-hand side free. Just switched the play with a big ball and went forward. They've taken a throw in 10 yards from our corner flag. Tried to get across and Reece James blocks it again. Brighton are playing better. They've started better than Chelsea. Chelsea need to wake up a bit. They take the throw in, looking for Trossard. Christensen and Rudiger between Zuma side between them, get the ball away. Another Brighton throw in. Burn to take it again. Looking for Trossard up against Zuma. He takes it short, gets it back, then just plays a high ball backwards. And then Christensen, holding off the challenge from Trossard, goes down right by the corner flag. Chelsea have got a free kick by our own corner flag. And we got to be playing better here. Brighton are playing well. They've been playing this formation longer than we have. It's an identical formation to us. Christensen he leaves it for Kepa. 10 yards from our corner flag. Far right, by the byline. Kepa steals another 10. Another 2-3 yards. He's going to launch it. Kepa. Launches it forward. Up to Kai Havertz. Up against Dunk. Loses out. Mount wins second ball. And then Havertz flicks it onto Havertz. To Ziyech. Plays the ball over the top of Ziyech. Havertz goes in with a goalkeeper. They both hesitated. Big chance. And the goalkeeper, Brighton get the ball away. But Chelsea's won it back with Jorginho. Jorginho to Mount. Forced back to Zuma. Just inside our half. Into the feet of Jorginho. Gets it back. Back to Jorginho. Back to Christensen. Right to Reece James. Trying to suck Brighton out. And we have so far. We're keeping on possession. Deep inside our half. Knocking it from one side to the other. Rudiger forward to Pulisic. Ben White's up against him. Holds him off and does well. Goes back to Rudiger. Cross to Jorginho. Shut down straight away. Turns away from a challenge. Gives it to Zuma. Big ball. Over the top left-hand side. Looking for a run of Alonso. Overplays it. Alonso gives up. And it goes out for a Brighton goal kick. But the ball was played forward. It was quite bitty. It come down to Hakim Ziyech. And Kai Havertz makes a run in behind the Brighton back three. Ball goes over the top. And as he reaches the ball, the goalkeeper comes out to the edge of his box. And I think Kai Havertz thinks the goalkeeper's going to collect it. The goalkeeper thinks Havertz is going to take a touch. They both hesitate. At the same time, Havertz gets a bit of a nudge in the back. And he just gets broken down. If Kai Havertz focused on the ball, he'd have put that in the back of the net. The goalkeeper bottled it. But they both did. And they get it away. The goal kick is launched forward. Chelsea pick up the loose ball. And Rudiger's striding forward over the halfway line, left-hand side. Plays it outside of him to Alonso. Back to Rudiger. Goes square Jorginho. Just to the left-hand side of the centre circle. He goes back to Zuma. Christensen back to Zuma. 10 yards inside our half. Rudiger in front of the benches. Gives it to Alonso. Shut down straight away. Plays it out of play. Rudiger and Alonso wires crossed. Brighton are doing well here. And they've got the throw in. Brighton throw. They take it short. Veltman to Basuma. Gets the ball back. Nice little back heel. Under pressure from Pulisic. And Basuma gives the ball straight to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz on the halfway line. Striding forward. He's got Ziyech on his right-hand side. Towards the edge of the box now. Ziyech. Right corner of the box. Back on his left foot. Cross comes in back post. Alonso. Can't reach it. It goes out for a goal kick to Brighton. Yves Basuma. He comes short for a throw-in. Gets it back. And he tries to play this fancy-driven, sliced ball to one of his back three and gives it straight to Kai Havertz on the halfway line. And Hakim Ziyech needed to take an extra touch. He didn't. He played the ball over the top to the back post. And Alonso, it's a great ball, but Alonso just couldn't get there. Yeah, he put a leg out. He's never going to get there, which was unfortunate. But first good bit of moving from Chelsea. Counter-attack. Marcos Alonso, top scoring Premier League defender since August 2016 with 20 goals. Top scoring defender in the Premier League in the last 5 seasons or 5 years. Guys, the Super League, we're going to discuss it after the game. Back to the game. Brighton take the goal kick, launch it forward. Left-hand side, left wing. Burn wins a big header. Flicks onto Welbeck. Beats Zuma to the ball. Lays it off. He's been given a foul against him. Brighton free kick. 10 yards inside our half. Left-hand side. Their left wing, our right wing. So All the big guns are going forward. They're a real threat from set pieces here. Like a basketball team, not a football team. They're huge. Right, Gross is going to take this right-footed in-swinger. Halfway inside our half they are. Chelsea lined up defensive line, 10 yards outside of our box. They play it up the line looking for Welbeck, but Mason Mount's read it. Gets in front of him and wins the ball. Lays it off to Ziyech by the corner flag. Gives it to Mason Mount, who goes to clear it and plays it off of Danny Welbeck for a Chelsea corner. Chelsea throw right by our own corner flag, right-hand side. Brighton are up for this game. They've started the brighter of us. We're beginning to grow into it. We need to be better. James takes the throw in short from Jorginho. Gets it back, loses it. Brighton throw him. Deary me. Come on, Chelsea. You've got to be better than this. Right, they take the throw in short and give it away. You get the ball to Pulisic. Turns away from a challenge. Over halfway. He's still going, Pulisic. He's still going. Gives it out to Hakim Ziyech. Edge of the box. Plays it back to Reece James supporting. Goes square to Rudiger. The pace just completely stops. Jorginho, Rudiger, 30 yards from goal. Mason Mount playing deeper, loses possession, and Gross wins the ball. Gives it to Basuma, to Burn, or White, I should say. Back to Dunk, out to Webster. Gives it away to... Webster tried to fake. He's going to launch it up the line. He got his feet caught under him. And he flicked the ball to Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech had sold himself thinking he's going to put his leg up because he's going to blast it up the line. When Ziyech realised the ball was there, he tried to get his feet sorted out and fell over. Oh, dear. Brighton throwing, taken back to the goalkeeper. 15 minutes gone. It's 0-0. Goalkeeper launches it out to the right-hand side. George Michael, Alonso goes up, wins a big header. It's Brighton throwing. Veltman collects it. Gives it to Trossard. Tries to do a back heel and beat Rudiger. He doesn't. Jorginho wins second ball. Brighton are being quite physical here. Get off the ball, nudges. Chelsea are forced back to Christensen. Across to Rudiger. Rudiger taking his time. Zuma just outside of our box. Plays a 30-yard ball into the feet of Havertz. Great first touch. Left foot. Lays it off to Christensen. Gives it to Reece James. Back to Christensen. And Christensen back to Kurt Zuma. Into the feet of Pulisic. Gets it back, Zuma. Brighton are standing off now. They're backing off to the halfway line. And Zuma plays the ball forward to Ziyech. He tries to find Christian Pulisic with a run. Doesn't, but Kai Havertz collects the loose ball. But then Brighton win the ball back inside their own half. They're trying to play a nice little 10-yard interpasses, 1-2s, and they're doing well with it. They kept hold of possession. Chelsea hunting it down. They give it away. Jorginho's got it. Jorginho, edge of the box. He's got Pulisic in the D. Turns onto his left foot. Pulisic deflected wide. Is it a corner? What is it? Pulisic is claiming that he's been fouled. They were playing little one-touch passes. Give the ball to Jorginho right centre. He plays a 1-2 with Ziyech. Gives it to Pulisic on the edge. And he spins onto his left foot. He's claiming he's been caught. He wasn't. He kicked the floor. Ball goes wide. It's a goal kick for Brighton. But good move. Chelsea on the counter look really, really good. Remember, guys, European Super League chat will be after the game. Let's concentrate on the actual football being played. So Brighton have got the throw-in. Halfway inside their own half. Right in front of Thomas Tuchel. Veltman's taking his time taking the throw. Goes inside to Gross. Challenged by Jorginho. Plays it off of him. It's a Chelsea throw. Well done, Jorginho. Been outstanding the last 2 or 3 games. Marcos Alonso takes the throw in. Goes back. Rudiger. Just over halfway inside our half. He goes back deeper to Zuma, who's got loads of time. Bottom of the centre circle. Plays it wide right to Ziyech, who's dropped deep to get it. Goes back to Christensen, to Jorginho. Back to Christensen. Then to Kurt Zuma. Bottom of the centre circle, Zuma. Wide left to Rudiger. Strides forward, away from a challenge, Rudiger. Up the line, left-hand side. Lays it off to Alonso. Shut down, Alonso. Forced 10 yards backwards, then goes even further back to Jorginho. Square to Mount and back to Zuma. Christensen, centre circle. Christensen lays it off to Kai Havertz. Wide right to Reece James. Plays it back to Jorginho, 30 yards from goal. Square to Mason Mount. To his left is Rudiger. Pulisic makes a run towards the edge of the box and takes a good touch away from a challenge. Forced outside the box zone, goes back square to Mason Mount. Jorginho playing a long ball over the top, looking for Reece James. Can't find him, but Burns' header's going to be going out of play, and Reece James holds off the challenge. Chelsea throw him. We go back to Christensen, back to Jorginho, 35 yards from goal. Right of centre, plays the ball wide, looking for a run of Alonso. Alonso made a run into the box. Jorginho was playing the ball behind him. Straight out of play. Brighton throw him. Level the edge of their own penalty box. They go short and Ziyech is on the charge and force them into just pumping the ball away. And then Rudiger holds off a challenge from Trossard. Chelsea throw him. Zuma, good first touch, finds Jorginho. Back to Zuma. Left to centre. 10 yards inside our half. Launches the ball forward. Looking for Havertz. His run. Can't find him. Lewis Dunk. Watch the run. Heading the ball away. Chelsea throwing halfway inside Brighton's half. Left-hand side. Alonso. Back to the halfway line. To Rudiger. To Zuma. Christensen. Zuma. Centre circle. Into the feet of Havertz, who tries to do a fancy turn away from a challenge but loses the ball. Brighton win it back, but Chelsea all over him. And Dunk's giving it away. Ziyech is... great save. Deary me. They give the ball away to Mason Mount. He plays it into the feet of Hakim Ziyech, but he just rolls ahead of him. The defender comes across, clears the ball away from his feet, straight to the feet of Kai Havertz. Penalty spot, shoots, and the goalkeeper saves it, pushes the ball away. But Chelsea win the ball again. Zuma, top of the centre circle, strides forward, has a shot from distance, travelling. Goalkeeper reads it the whole way and collects the ball easy. Big chance, great ball through on the counter. Hakim Ziyech just sort of, it was almost as if he was about 2 yards behind the ball. Let's have a look here. Mount finds it, plays him in first time, but he's sort of running off the ball and he doesn't look where the ball is, and the ball's too far ahead of him. They come across to take it off his feet, straight to the feet of Havertz. First time shot, left footed from the penalty spot, straight down the goalkeeper's throat, and they get the ball away. Chelsea have won back possession here. Rudiger, left-hand side. Left to centre. Well, left to centre. His force back was to Mason Mount, who's obviously playing next to Jorginho today, deeper. Nice little give and go with Jorginho. Then it goes to Zuma. Wide left to Rudiger. Force back to Jorginho. Bottom of the centre circle, Jorginho. Just plays a little 10-yard pass to his right. Christensen. Then across to Zuma. Brighton were pressing high early in the game. They're now all sitting inside their own half. They're on the halfway line. Every time Chelsea have got the ball, they let us just play it about until we get into their half. And Jorginho's looking for a long ball over to the top of Reece James. They head it away to the feet of Havertz. Havertz crosses the ball in, but it's a low, feeble cross, and they get the ball away. But Chelsea try to nick it back, and we do. And we haven't. And they get the ball away, and Trossard beats 3 players. Trossard driving forward over halfway. Is it Trossard? No, it's McAllister. Brilliant play from him to dribble out of his own half. Beat 3 Chelsea players and then got held up. Chelsea have done well, though, recovering. They forced him back, all the way back to the centre circle, or to the goalkeeper's centre circle, to the goalkeeper's box, and he slowed it right down. Have a look at his options. So he plays it out wide left to Webster. He chests it down. Halfway inside there after the pace has gone out of the game completely. Brighton are now just quite happy to walk around, knock it just short. They're just playing little passes inside their own half at the minute. Ben White's collected the ball and just under pressure from Pulisic goes back to the goalkeeper. Rolls it to Dunk, put under pressure from Havertz. Plays it forward to McAllister, under pressure from Jorginho. He goes wide to Webster, back to Dunk. Chelsea are pressing in an organised shape here. One goes, he's been supported by somebody else. Brighton, Gross has turned away from Mason Mount and plays the ball inside to Basuma, who just gets ahead of Jorginho. They're going to break here, Brighton. McAllister over halfway. He's got 4 players with him. Chelsea is 5-on-5 at the minute. McAllister, edge of the box, decides to ignore everyone and shoot from the left-hand side of centre, 25 yards out, and his shot's blocked. Chelsea come away with the ball. Alonso back to Rudiger, to Kepa, under pressure, calmly, gives it back to Rudiger. He's got 10 yards of space to play into. So he strides forward, Being shut down now, but he's still coming forward and plays it into the feet of Kai Havertz, who drops deep to show for him and holds off. Good challenge and does really well, Havertz, and then plays a good ball off to Jorginho. Well done, Kai Havertz. Hakim Ziyech now, right centre, space, 20 yards of space. Plays the ball in behind to Reece James on the right-hand side, inside the box. Cross comes in, and it's a Chelsea, it's a goal kick. They played it off of Reece James, and it's gone out for a Brighton goal kick. Yeah, no fake scores, guys. I'm watching on Sky Sports' website or their app, and it's about a minute delayed. But Hakim Ziyech played a good ball to Reece James. If anything, it was just a little bit, the pace needs to be a little bit more, which gave, what's his face, over on that side, a chance to get back in and make his challenge. And he did. So Brighton goal kick, play it short. They play it out to the right-hand side. Ben White takes a bad touch, and Pulisic gets in front of him to win the ball. Falls over, referee gives nothing. So when Pulisic is on the floor, he spins, plays it off of Ben White's foot and goes off for Chelsea throw-in. Chelsea are playing second gear at the minute. We need to go up one. Right, Jorginho's got the ball. Top of the centre circle. Inside their half. Goes square to Christensen. Wide right, he's got Reece James. Comes back to Jorginho in the centre circle. Chelsea, literally, Brighton are sitting in their own half. As soon as we cross the halfway line, they push and they press us. And they're doing it again. We're playing the ball across our back three here and we're going nowhere. Zuma's going to go back to Kepa and he does. Brighton are now being sucked out and they push right forward onto Kepa. He launches the ball forward. We lose the first header, but Jorginho wins second ball. Finds Reece James. Looking for a ball to Hakim Ziyech, who dropped off in some space, but Bissouma wins it. Plays a 1-2, gets it back, centre circle. Rolls it to his right to Gross. Strides forward, right-hand side of centre. Plays it wide right. Veltman. Alonso's there, shutting him down, forcing him backwards to Ben White. And Chelsea do well to come out and press together, and they go back to the goalkeeper again. Goalkeeper launches one, high to the left wing. Dan Burn wins a big header. He's about 6'4", that bloke, 6'5". Reece James thought, I'm not going to challenge that. And luckily enough, he headed it straight to Kepa. Jorginho picks up the ball, halfway inside our half. Gives it to Christensen. Back to Jorginho. Hold on. Back to Christensen. Nothing's happening. It's all right. Rudiger, bottom of the centre circle now. Kurt Zuma, sorry. Takes his time. Goes wide right to Andreas Christensen. Brighton are pressing high now. And we've gone back to Kepa. Kepa collects it. Left-footed. Plays it out to his left-hand side. To the biggest man on the pitch. Oh, it's actually Alonso. I thought it was Pulisic going up against him. Brighton have won a throw-in right in front of their manager and the benches. And they go back to Ben White. And Pulisic is after him. And Ben White goes back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper plays it wide left and just overplays it straight out of play. Chelsea throw-in, right-hand side. Halfway inside the Brighton half. Our right wing. James takes it short to Hakim Ziyech. Gives it to Jorginho on the halfway line. Shut down, so he goes back to Zuma. In the centre circle. Wide left to Rudiger. 10 yards inside their half. Playing square to Jorginho. It's actually Mason Mount. Back to Zuma. Back to Rudiger. Little step over. Plays it to the feet of Alonso. Gets it back. Put under pressure. Goes back to Kepa. Kepa on the penalty spot. Rolls the ball into the feet of Hakim Ziyech. Tries to play a first-time ball to Kai Havertz. Gives it away. And then they give the ball away. And Mason Mount goes in with Bissouma. Wins a good challenge. Comes away with the ball. Centre circle. Under pressure Mount, but does well. Finds Alonso. Back to Mount on the halfway line. He's under pressure straight away. Goes square to Rudiger, who's got a little bit of space. Gives it to Pulisic. Back to goal. Back to Mason Mount, halfway line. Back to Rudiger. There's no movement. Chelsea are just standing still. No one's actually moving for the ball. We're playing it from left to right. Christensen's got the ball. Zuma's got it. He's looking forward. He's got one pass. Rudiger. Rudiger's looking and he's doing this. So Pulisic's dropped deep and gives him the ball. Goes back to Zuma, bottom of the centre circle. Finds Jorginho, first time to Christensen. Little zigzags. In their half, out of their half. Back to our centre-backs. And now Zuma plays a long ball looking for Alonso. Finds him. Good first touch. Finds Christian Pulisic, who's under pressure straight away. Back to Alonso. Out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. Mason Mount flicks it inside to Pulisic under pressure. Ben White's man marking Christian Pulisic. Every time Pulisic gets the ball, he's got someone with him the whole time. Seeker, good to see you, mate. Good to see you here. Dale, that was all good. You should let him go. Can I do that? Anyway, Chelsea's got possession here. Left-hand side. And we've given away a free kick here against Brighton. We've had the ball left-hand side. We played it up the line. We're trying to hold the ball up. And then Rudiger plays the ball off the defender. He blocks it. Rudiger, what are you doing? So we play the ball short. And then we give it back to Rudiger. And he drives towards the edge of the box. And he tries to cross it. It's blocked. The ball comes out to Alonso, who's going down the line. The defender and Rudiger are having a bit of a grapple. And Rudiger just pushes him while play's ongoing. Alonso gets the cross in. Referee gives a free kick. Stupid free kick to give away. Brighton have got the ball. They're playing it across their back three. They've given the ball away. Mason Mount, edge of the box, collects it. Finds Hakim Ziyech. Tries to find a little ball inside to the run of Kai Havertz and doesn't. And then Brighton try and play a ball over the top to Danny Welbeck, and it's overplayed and we've got the ball back. Dale, Seeker's all good. Don't time him out. Rudiger collects the ball to Kurt Zouma. Zouma, bottom of the centre circle, wide right to Christensen. Christensen in towards the centre circle. Ball inside to Pulisic, and he's got Ben White up against him again, but this time White's fouled him. Pulisic is basically saying, what is this? Is this Porto all over again? As soon as Pulisic collects the ball, he's got Ben White right with him every single time. People in the chat, we're going to be talking about the European Super League and what's happened today after the game. Let's get behind the team and let's get behind the game. Jorginho, under pressure, does so well. The step away from three players, centre circle. Holding the ball up, nice and simple. Great play from Jorginho. Great feet under pressure. Gets the ball back from Zouma. Finds Christensen. Reece James on the halfway line. Forced backwards to Jorginho. Dropped deep next to the centre-backs. Kurt Zouma tries to turn away. He does. He's done really well, Zouma. And he comes out to left-hand side. He's telling Rudiger, you push forward on the left. Pulisic collects the ball. And he's got Ben White with him again. Goes back to Zouma, to Rudiger. Pulisic. Under pressure from Ben White again. Goes back to Kurt Zouma. I think Rudiger's still running on the left-hand side to the corner flag. Oh, there he is. He's come back. Christensen plays the ball forward. Into the feet of Marcos Alonso, who's pushed into the middle. Finds Hakim Ziyech, 25 yards from goal, right wing. Up the line to Reece James. Cross comes in, too close to the goalkeeper, and it's easy for the goalkeeper just to claim it simple. Good move, though. Just seen the replay once again. Yeah. Tuchel standing up. He doesn't look too impressed at the minute, I have to say. Jeffro, we do. We go third with a win. That's before Leicester play. Right, they've actually played the ball. I haven't seen the footage at all because I'm looking at Thomas Tuchel, but Chelsea got a throw-in. 10 yards inside our own half. Reece James to take it. Goes short to Jorginho. Gets it back and plays a good ball wide left to Rudiger. Strides over halfway, left to centre. Towards the left-hand side, he's got Alonso outside of him. Stops, goes back inside to Pulisic. Back to Rudiger, inside to Jorginho. 35 yards from goal. Gives it to Mason Mount to his left. Into the feet of Pulisic, but White's nicking the ball in front of him again. Pulisic needs to know that. And Chelsea go hunting the ball down. Basuma and Ben White 1-2, but then Rudiger goes in with a stupid challenge. Tony Rudiger, I tell you, I keep saying this on my channel. Right, Rudiger's been playing really well. But if VAR look at that challenge from Rudiger, that is dodgy. Rudiger needs to keep his head. He's always on the edge. He always plays on the edge. And he goes and flies into this challenge. What does he do? He goes in with his feet, but he puts his feet down. He does, and he sort of goes in. It's a stupid challenge. It looks worse than it is. But honestly, so Rudiger's, when he got into the challenge, when the players come in, he's purposely sort of gone that way and hit him with his side. Basuma's gone down, he's up, thankfully. But Rudiger, honestly, he's got it in his locker. He's got to keep his head. First sign of trouble, he's there. First sign of aggravation, he wants to get involved. Keep your head and focus on playing football, because when you're decent, you've been playing well the last few weeks. Don't ruin it by being an idiot. Anyway, we've had a free kick taken short and we've played it up the line to Hakim Ziyech on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, dearie me, he's tried to backheel it to Reece James. He's backheeled it onto his own foot and Brighton come away with the ball. Basuma's been fouled. Referee says play on. He doesn't. Another foul. Basuma's claiming someone should be booked it. Marios, I'm 1 minute delayed because I'm watching it on the Sky Sports app. It's a delayed coverage. Whenever you watch it on an app, legally you can't show live. So yeah, it's a foul for Brighton, Basuma. And Marios, just so you know, no spoilers of any goals going in. Right, Jorginho's actually booked. That's his first booking of the season. Brighton take the free kick quickly up to left-hand side. Byrne gives it back to Webster, who's allowed to try over halfway. Into the feet of Welbeck. Lays it off to McAllister. Comes out to his right-hand side to Ben White, to Gross. McAllister, first time ball, looking for the run of Welbeck. Welbeck with Kurt Zouma. What's he given here? Kurt Zouma's now booked. They've played a quick ball into the feet of Danny Welbeck. He's about 25 yards from goal, right centre. He comes across Zouma and he spins to make the run. And Zouma's grabbed hold of him round his waist. The ball goes down, or Welbeck goes down. Zuma's doing this. He's just given away a stupid free kick, edge of our box. Zouma and Jorginho booked within 2 minutes of each other. Dangerous free kick this for Brighton. Dangerous free kick. Gross is over it. It's 25 yards from goal. As you look at the ball, it's 5 yards. I say 10 yards outside the near post. So he's going to flick it towards the back post, and all the big guns are up for Brighton. Chelsea defending the penalty spot. Cross comes in. Zouma wins a big header, heads it away to the edge. Basuma tries to volley it, mishits it. They flick it into the box. Chelsea get it away, only to the edge of the box. Cross comes in, and it's easy for Kepa to claim it, nice and simple, from Trossard. Right. Christensen comes forward with the ball. Chelsea need to raise the pace of this game by about 20%. Zouma into the feet of Hakim Ziyech. Under pressure, loses the ball. Basuma looking for a ball into Welbeck. Finds him. Welbeck gets the ball back from Gross. Into our box. He's got Zouma with him. Bad touch. And Kepa comes out and claims it. Chelsea are playing too slow. And we're playing it forward. And Ziyech lays the ball off to Christian Pulisic. Under pressure straight away. But plays it out to Reece James. Reece James up the line to Havertz, who's dropped deep to come and get it. And he does. Holds the ball up. Gives the ball away to Basuma. Basuma over halfway. Then Havertz, to his credit, comes back, wins the ball back, does well. Rudiger, left to centre, driving forward. He's got Alonso to his left and gives it to him. Alonso collects the ball, 10 yards from the corner flag. What's happening here? He's offside. Now he's off. Chelsea are so slow. Honestly. It's just honestly, it's just a bit disjointed at the minute, Chelsea. They're a bit slow. As Steve calls it in the chat, scrappy, to say the least. But that's what Brighton want. Chelsea just got to focus on playing their football, moving it quick. That's all you got to keep doing. Moving the ball quick, play it into feet. Alfie, it's a great day. We're going to talk about it after the game. The ESL. Right. Brighton take the free kick quickly. Rudiger wins a big header. Pulisic flicks it on. Collects the second ball and drives forward, but Ben White comes across, plays it off of him. Brighton throwing right in front of Tuchel. Veltman to take it. We got about 7 minutes for half time here. There'll probably be a minute's added extra time. Brighton taking their time with a throw-in. They eventually take it up the line. Rudiger going in stupidly again on Trossard, but referee gives nothing. He's having a look. Chelsea win the ball. Christensen. Zuma, bottom of the centre circle. Plays it into the feet of Mason Mount. Jorginho falls backwards to Christensen. Wide right to Reece James. Under pressure. Little ball inside to Jorginho. Turns away from the challenge and finds Kai Havertz. Outside to Hakim Ziyech. Right wing. Under pressure. Wins a foul. Brighton are closing this down inside their own half. There's 3 players around every single player. Alfie, after the game, we're focusing on the commentary, mate. We're going to talk about the Super League at half-time and after the game. How about that? Let's focus on the game and getting 3 points, because believe it or not, it's a game to win and we can still qualify for the Champions League. Come on. Right, Chelsea free kick, halfway inside their half, our right wing. Hakim Ziyech is over it. And who else is over this as well? I think Reece James. It's actually Mason Mount taking it. Swings it into, doesn't beat the first defender. They get the ball away. Reece James edge of the box. Heads it out to Alonso. Flicks the ball into the box to nobody. It's going to go out for a goal. Well, the goalkeeper keeps it in play. Goalkeeper for Brighton's taking his time. He's having a bit of a saunter as he walks along. Pulisic goes to shut him down and makes him pick the ball up. And then he rolls it to his left-hand side to Dunk. Strides forward to the edge of his penalty box. Dead centre. Plays it to his right to White. Pulisic goes to shut him down. Plays the ball high up to the halfway line. And they give it away. And Pulisic has got it. Done well. Plays the ball to the left-hand side to Kai Havertz, who's dropped into that position in space. Holds the ball up. Lays it off to Marcus Alonso. Alonso. Back to Rudiger. Rudiger, first time ball, wide right, Christensen, 10 yards inside their half. Hakim Ziyech holding off a challenge, holds the ball up, does well. Reece James, back to Mason Mount. Mount, back out wide right to Reece James. Hakim Ziyech plays the ball inside to Ziyech, and it's a stupid ball, and gives it away, and Basuma comes away with the ball. Dead centre, halfway inside his own half, plays it out to the right. Veltman plays the ball forward to Gross. Jorginho goes in and wins the challenge, and they win it back, but they play it straight to Mason Mount. That's a booking. Plays up to Havertz, who's taken out, but he lays it off to Ziyech. Gets the ball back. Wide right, corner of the box. Reece James, right-hand side. Back to Mason Mount. Tries to find Reece James again under pressure. They win the ball back, and the goalkeeper clears it up to Welbeck. Christensen wins a good header. Brighton wins second ball. And they play it up the line to Danny Welbeck, over halfway, driving into the middle of the pitch. He's got someone to his left-hand side. Eventually, someone comes out to his right, and he plays it off to him on the right-hand side. They hold the ball up, top of the centre circle, Basuma. Wide left, Trossard. Back to Basuma. Basuma outside of him to Webster. Chelsea back in a defensive shape. Doing all right. They play it up the line to Trossard. Reece James is there. Back to Basuma. Looks on the edge to Gross. It's actually McAllister. Plays it to right-hand side. Veltman into the feet of Basuma. Shots deflected over the bar. They worked that really, really well. And that was a close one. They worked it out to the right-hand side corner of our box. McAllister finds Veltman. Alonso goes to shut him down. And Basuma's running onto it on the edge of the box. And to be fair, he's shut down by Jorginho. Jorginho deflects the shot over the bar with Kepa beaten, just over the bar. Brighton corner. Right. Brighton corner on the left-hand side. Our right-hand side. Right foot in swinger. And Zuma wins a big header, but he heads it back towards the corner taker, who collects it. McAllister turns away from a challenge and plays the ball. He's aiming for the far corner from a stupid angle. It's gross, and it goes over the bar. Chelsea have got the goal kick. David Moyes is in the stands. Obviously, we played West Ham on Saturday. Massive, massive game. Right, Kepa plays it out to Rudiger. Launches one, but it's blocked. Veltman wins it halfway inside our half and plays it up the line. Veltman gets it back into the feet of Gross. He's got some space, dead centre. Switches the ball out wide left. to Burn, collects it, shut down by Reece James. But well done, Hakim Ziyech. Gets in, wins a foot in and goes back to Christensen. Turns away from a challenge and gives it back to Kepa. Kepa on the edge of his 6-yard box, just gives it to Zuma in front of him. Plays it wide left to Rudiger. Slowing it down. Plays the ball into the feet of Pulisic. Lays off to Alonso. Back to Rudiger. Right hand side, Zuma plays it out to Christensen. Christensen. Back to Zuma. Halfway inside our own half here, just knocking it about our back three. Brighton are pushed up high into our box and Christensen strides forward. Back to Zuma, back out to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Zuma. He's shut down, back to Christensen. It's actually Jorginho that's dropped in. Wide right. Plays the ball wide right. The ball goes back to Jorginho. Back to Zuma. Keep ball from Chelsea, but they're going nowhere. Hakim Ziyech has been fouled from behind by Lewis Dunk. 10 yards inside our half. It's Webster, in fact, and Chelsea have got a free kick. Wide left. Rudiger collects it in front of Thomas Tuchel. Back to Mason Mount. Back to Kurt Zouma. God dear. Zouma this time plays a big high ball wide right for Reece James. Goes up against Dan Burn, who's about a foot taller than him. He's never going to win the header. Ball goes over them. Out for a throw-in to Brighton. Level the edge of his own box. Brighton throwing. Burns got to do his boot up, wasting a bit more time. So Brighton's taking his time with his throwing. Let's have a look how much injury time left in the first half. 1 minute. Come on, let's get it over. Let's get to half time. Dear me. Right, Burns steals 10 yards, then throws the ball forward up the left-hand side. We win the first header. They win the second, and McAllister plays it off to Danny Welbeck over halfway. Finds Gross. He's got Veltman to his right. Inside our half now. Play it square to Basuma, 30 yards from goal. Jorginho goes to front him and wins the ball. But Basuma gets back in front of Pulisic and wins it back again. Goes back to Ben White. Goes back all the way back to his goalkeeper. Hakim Ziyech is down on the right-hand side holding his face. I'm sure he's all right. He's got a bang on his forehead by the looks of it, or is it his eye? Oh, yeah, he got a whack accidentally. He got a whack in the face by Basuma. A trailing hand. It wasn't anything that was... what's what I'm looking for? Deliberate. That's it. It wasn't one of them. So, literally, when this ball's then back in play, the referee will probably blow the half-time whistle. Ziyech is being seen to by the physios. Is he cut or... He's still lying on the floor. Tuchel's up. Having a look. Physios haven't got him sitting up yet. Let's have a look here. Chelsea need to play 20% further, or 20% quicker, I should say. Without question, the events of the last 48 hours has probably taken a lot of the players. It's probably affected them slightly. Hopefully, Thomas Tuchel can get there at half time, get them focused, refocused, and get them to crack on with this game. Right. So the ball's back in play. Drop ball. The referee's going to drop it to the feet of Ben White. He's going to give it somebody else. They're then going to blow it for half time. Ben White goes back to Dunk. Referee's still playing on. Minute of injury time, and we've had 2.5 minutes. They play it to wide left, and they play the ball up the line. Reece James wins a header. Jorginho collects it. Referee blows it. That's half time. Thank God that's over. Deary me. That was tedious. God dear. Talk about anticlimax. My word. Oh dear. So, wasn't a good half. Chelsea need to be playing quicker. Much, much quicker. Have to be. They need to be playing quick, incisive passes. Christian Pulisic needs to shift over to the other side of the pitch. Yeah, Christian Pulisic needs to shift over to the other side of the pitch because he's being man-marked by Ben White. Every time he gets the ball, he's being man-marked. So let's just have a look here. So let's just go through Twitter. What's been the latest updates? UK government confirms tonight still looking at changing the law on football club ownership after Chelsea and Man City pull out of Super League, leaving breakaway on verge of collapse. So Man City and Chelsea. Let's have a look at more on this. Yeah, just to confirm, Chelsea did not pull out the European Super League based on fan protests, but as a response to the overall backlash. It's something they were working on all day today, apparently. Boris Johnson has tweeted, the UK Prime Minister has tweeted, the decision by Chelsea and Manchester City is, if confirmed, absolutely the right one. And I commend them for it. I hope the other clubs involved in the European Super League will follow their lead. Their lead even. The Glazers are shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's just money men after more money. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a look here. Just going to see if there's any extra information that I've missed. I don't think so. So if you've missed it, people, I'm not sure you have. Chelsea are intending to withdraw their membership of the European Super League, which is great, followed by Manchester City and Atletico Madrid, supposedly. Let's just have a look here. I can't see any more updates. So let me just go to the website. Let's just check updates. Yeah, so Ed Woodward has resigned from Man United as a result of the outcry. Let's just have a look here. Prime Minister have spoken. We just covered that. Kenny Dalglish has tweeted, putting pressure on his own club. Kenny Dalglish has said this. The last few days have been difficult for everyone who loves Liverpool Football Club, and I really hope we do the right thing. Liverpool owners haven't said anything. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So the big question is, if this is obviously 100% confirmed, I'm sure it is, with Chelsea and Man City withdrawing from the European Super League, will they get punished by UEFA? Will there be sanctions put on these teams that decided they wanted to take part? Bearing in mind, not confirmed, but the rumours and the reports were that Chelsea and Man City, both of them, were pretty much backed into a corner to make a decision. The other four and everybody else had signed up, and it was either join us or don't. And Chelsea and Man City, based on the monies that were being on offer, decided to sign up, which was a bad move. They're still showing the older footage from the fans outside the ground. So, Phantom, thank you very much. Why did the UK government suspend Visa Abramovich before the ESL talk even become a story? Will they try to force the Romans to sell because of the mutiny? I don't think so. I'm not even sure it was Roman's decision. So a lot of the Chelsea directors, they're just showing the directors in the stadium on their phones. I wonder if that's a WhatsApp group call from Roman saying, "What are you guys doing?" But so as we know, Man City are also putting out. Ed Woodward, Man United, has resigned. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Jordan Henderson, Liverpool's captain. We don't like it. We don't want it to happen. This is our collective passion. Our commitment to this football club and its support is absolute and unconditional. The usual, never walk alone. So you've got Jordan Henderson. You've got Kenny Dalglish coming out at Liverpool. You've got Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports Monday Night Football slamming the club. Tell them that it's only the greed of the owners and nobody else. And the fact that if Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool because of this Super League thing, that the Liverpool fans wouldn't have it and they would drive the owners out of Liverpool. And all three have come out. What are Liverpool going to do? Are they going to join us and pull out and keep hold of the reputation of their club and our country and the football and the traditions that this country and football in this country stands for, along with Man United, along with Tottenham and along with Arsenal? So let's just have a look at some of these comments. Agan, only Real Madrid should stay in the Super League. Terry, financial fines most likely, nothing for us participating. There's a Seeker, I can't say that online. Martin, Roman was saying he's a gag for you, Mr. Pug. He's going for you. Michael says, let Roman back in the country. Terry, Woodward is paid scapegoat for the Glazers. Of course he is. The Glazers are just horrible people. Chaotic, be shocked if no repercussions of the FA for sign up to his first place. Lee, if Trump was still in charge, he would have been putting sanctions on all of us. Michael, now the Premier are relieved. Phantom, why has Roman been barred from visa for the UK for 2 years? I'm not sure. 100% I'm not sure. Does anyone actually know the real reason, the official confirmed reason? Let's just take 5 minutes to talk about the game. Hold on. Refreshment break. So let's talk about the game itself. The game itself is awful. Let's be honest. Let's be absolutely awful. It's, yeah. Oh, I forgot my opener. Hold on. So the second half's going to start shortly. Chelsea needs to up this 20% second half. Brighton's formation, the same as ours, the 3-4-3, is really stifling us. We're struggling to find space and open the door. I have to say the two wing-backs are, Reece James is busier, going backwards to his own goal at the moment. He's not really been that prominent going forward. So, do we bring on Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right? Do we bring on Ben Chilwell? Not so sure. Let's get back in the chat on the game now. Let's stop the political stuff. Let's get back on the game. And let's just focus on that. So we got options to change, which is always good. We've got N'Golo Kante. To bring N'Golo Kante on, we can always take off. Pulisic. We can take off Ziyech. We can take off Havertz and make some changes. Werner, Conte. So let's just wait and just pause the chat about the ESL, pause the political stuff, and let's just get back to the football. And then we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about the football, and we'll talk about the ESL, the Super League, and the ramifications, and what's happened in the last 48 hours after the game. We will be live. We will continue it till about 11 p.m. tonight. So about an hour after the game finished, we're going to keep going. Plenty of opportunity for people to have their say. So if you don't mind, let's get back to the football. Now, a big problem under the last manager, let's be honest, was we had opportunities to win games and take our chances to move forward up the league, to take a chance to get inside that top four, to take a chance to close the gap on people, and we didn't do it at times. So, this 45 minutes is probably the biggest of the season so far as the Premier League goes. We've got an opportunity here to go into third place, above Leicester, above West Ham, and we play West Ham on Saturday. We win this game today, and we beat West Ham on Saturday. That's them done with, hopefully. A good enough, big enough gap to them. And then we can then just focus on the next games. We've got a hard run of fixtures coming up. We just need to make sure that we just lift this 20%. Give us 20% more. Play quicker. Look for your one-touch passes. Look for quick possession further forward. I don't want to see the ball going between the back three again, as much as it has been in the first half. And people say, yeah, there's no space, but people need to move to find space. Chelsea need to get their head focused on the football, get back into the game, and just let us just do exactly what we know we can do. That's a good shout. Werner and Chile on the left-hand side. I would push Mason further forward, put Conte in the midfield, take out Basuma, keep patrolling that game. 133 likes. Smash that like for me. See if we can get to 150 by the second half kicking off. I'm 1 minute delayed from the TV coverage. So thank you so much for getting involved. Thank you for watching. Thank you for smashing the like button so far. And of course, everybody, Jane, John, Phantom, Switz, thank you very much for the super chats. It's much appreciated as always. Let's get going. I need 11 more. 11 more likes for 150 before half time. Second half even. Dear me. 9 more. 9 more I need. I'm watching a Godzilla trailer here. Don't know why. Thank you for your comments, people, about the channel, about the commentary. Much appreciated. Still waiting for the game to recommence. Just in a replay of Mason Mount's curling winner at Liverpool, which was brilliant. Outstanding goal that was. Do that today. Let's just say this right now, Chelsea fans. We'll just literally... Lee, thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. I was going to say something. I've forgotten what I was going to say. 2 more likes. Come on now, people. 2 more likes for 150 by the time the second half gets going. Stella's kicking in. No. Thank you very much. 151. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Thomas, thank you for your comment. Really do appreciate it. Martin as well. Everyone that said nice things about the channel and the commentary. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Right, I'm still waiting for the game to kick off second half. Is there any changes? Let's have a look at Twitter. Let's have a look. No, not at the moment. Oh, hold on. Right, the players are out. 150, 162. Thank you so much, people. Much appreciated. My chair keeps moving. It keeps lowering. So bear with me. I start off right up here, but then end up down on the floor. Right, Chelsea to kick off second half. Kicking towards the Matthew Harding end. Brighton are about to come out. They're just delaying it. Is there any changes? The Sarah Butchers. Darren, hi to Jacko. There you go, mate. No problem. Andrew, thank you, mate. Appreciate it as always. Am I taking you all out for Christmas? I wish I could take myself out for Christmas. Adam, thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Good to see you all here. Come and get involved. We're going to talk ESL after the game. So Brighton come out for the second half. Remember, Chelsea are kicking, attacking the Matthew Island end. We need to be playing quicker. We've got to move this 20% quicker, up the tempo. No changes at half time. Remember, we've got Zuma, Jorginho booked. Oh, clock. Yes, I know. I've got the clock ready. Kai Havertz is going to kick off. And he does. Havertz kicks off. And he goes back to Jorginho, who gives it to his right-hand side to Christensen, back to Kurt Zuma. Across to Rudiger. I hope I don't keep saying that this half. Rudiger back to Zuma. Bottom of the centre circle. Plays the ball quickly into the feet of, the chest of Pulisic, who tried to bring it down with his feet and loses it. Brighton then give away possession. Rudiger out wide left to Alonso. Does well. Great control. Back to Rudiger. Ball over the top. Looking for the run and mace of Kai Havertz. Brighton get it away to halfway. Mason Mount collects it. Plays the ball wide right to Christensen. Overplays it. Makes him run out to the right-hand side to collect it. He does. He's put under pressure. Goes back to Kepa. Rudiger. Mason Mount. Under pressure straight away. Back to Kepa. Kepa launches one to the left-hand side to Rudiger. Takes a good first touch. Plays it inside to Mount. He's under pressure. Back to Zuma. Come on. Speed this up, Chelsea. For God's sake. Zuma. Bottom of the centre circle. To his right. Christensen. Jorginho. I'll take a scrappy 1-0 right now. The way we're playing today. Right, Rudiger. Over halfway. Left-hand side. Out to Alonso. Into the feet of Pulisic, who's playing the same side. Getting man-marched by the same player. Goes back to Mason Mount. Mount to Christensen. Christensen, wide right. Into the feet of Ziyech, but he's bustled off the ball by Dunk. Basuma, ball over the top, looking for a run of Danny Welbeck, but he didn't actually make the run. Goes through to Kepa. Rudiger, wide left. Plays it to Zuma. Zuma to the right-hand side to Christensen. Takes a loose touch, but flicks it out to Reece James. Does well with it. Back to Jorginho, who spots that there's danger, so drops back in and goes wide left to Kepa. Wide left side to Rudiger. That was from Kepa. Mason Mount forward to Pulisic, who's dropped deep to get the ball. Deep inside our own half still, Chelsea. Across the back three to Christensen. Back to Zuma. Ball inside to Hakim Ziyech. He's got someone right behind him. Into the feet of Ziyech, of Havertz. He's got someone behind him. Chelsea give it away. Brighton collect it in the centre circle. Trossard tries to take on Jorginho. Comes away with the ball, but goes back to his own centre half. God dear, it's like a chess game. This is just like to me, to you, to me, to you. Speed it up, Chelsea. Come on. Tuchel can't be happy with this. He's got to change it in 15 minutes. Right, Brighton have got the ball and they're playing it across their back three. And now they switch it wide to their right back. Ben White comes inside and plays the ball to Trossard, who's got some loads of space. Left to the centre circle, but plays a poor pass into Burn, and Reece James cuts it out and wins a challenge. Brighton throwing. Brighton throwing. Right in front of the benches. Dan Burn to take it. Goes back to Dunk. Takes his time, goes back to the goalkeeper in the D, outside of his box, and goes to his right-hand side to Ben White. Under pressure from Pulisic, goes back to the goalkeeper again, 10 yards outside of his box, and launches one. Left wing, looking for a run of Dan Burn. Lightning pace he hasn't got, and it's easy for Reece James to head it back towards the goalkeeper, but then rolls it out to Rudiger, who then gives it, guess where? To Zuma. Zuma tries to find Pulisic, does well, lays it off to Mason Mount, under pressure. Mount into the feet of Kai Havertz, turns away from a challenge, and a second one. Does really well to hold him off. Wide right to Reece James, edge of the box, right-hand side. Back to Ziyech. Inside Jorginho, 35 yards from goal. Under pressure, forced backwards. Wide right, wide left now from Zuma back to Rudiger, back to Zuma. Centre circle, top of it. Square to Christensen. Wide right to Reece James. Back inside the centre circle to Zuma, who's got 20 yards of space all around him. Plays it forward to Havertz, lays it off. Everyone's being condensed into one space. Goes out to Ziyech down the line, right-hand side. Cross comes in. Shot from Pulisic, blocked. Then Brighton clear the ball away. Christensen collects it. Halfway inside their half. Right wing. Under pressure. Goes back to Jorginho. Back to Zuma. Forced all the way back to Kepa. Good chance from Chelsea. Played it down the right-hand side. Ziyech got beyond his defender. Got to the byline. Played a little pass in towards the near post. And Pulisic's shot was blocked down. Was blocked. Well, Chelsea are trying to play the ball forward into feet. And we're trying to play little first-time balls off in the number 10 position. We're giving the ball away. Pulisic has got someone up his arse every single time he gets the ball. And he's giving the ball away. He's not having a good game at the minute. Right, Hakim Ziyech has just found Gross. Gives away a free kick. Brighton take it forward quickly and launch it high towards the box, and Zuma under no pressure, little back header, flicks it back to Kepa. Zuma now. Halfway inside our half, dead centre, looking for an option. Alonso goes on the left. Goes back to Kepa. Kepa wide right. Out to Reece James. Doesn't win the header. Christensen heads it away. They then head it forward again. Dan Burn flicks the ball up. Zuma wins the first challenge. Burn goes in with Reece James and wins the second ball. And then he slides in and kicks the ball out of play. Chelsea goal kick. Errol, everyone, no spoilers of any goals in the chat. I'm a minute behind the actual coverage, so please don't spoil it in the chat for everyone. We're all following the game together. Kepa collects the ball. Plays it wide left. Up towards Pulisic, and guess who's there again? Ben White. He's up his arse the whole time. They win it back, Brighton. Right-hand side by the halfway line. Ball up the line, looking for Welbeck. Rudiger's read it. Goes back to Kepa. Plays it first time, Jorginho. Back to Rudiger by the corner flag. First time ball to Alonso. Chelsea done well to play themselves out of trouble. Back to Kepa. Kepa wide right now to Christensen. Edge of the box. Inside to Rudiger. Jorginho into Kai Havertz, sweeps the ball wide left, high, overplays it, and the ball goes out of play for a Brighton throw-in. Brighton throw-in, 10 yards inside our own half, right back position. Take the throw into our half. We win the first ball and the second. Jorginho finds Mason Mount. Christensen, bottom of the centre circle, drives out to his right-hand side and over halfway, put under pressure, but he strides forward and does well. We play the ball wide right now to Reece James in space, edge of the box right-hand side, cross comes in, it hits the midriff of Dan Burn and goes out for a Chelsea throw-in right by the corner flag. Happy 15th birthday to Nigel. There you go. So Zuma collects the ball. Wide left to Rudiger, to Mason Mount. Looking to the feet of Hakim Ziyech, who goes down under pressure. And then Kai Havertz goes to collect the ball and he loses it. Brighton go back to the goalkeeper. Launches it forward. Chelsea just look like they're out of ideas here. They've launched it forward and Rudiger's brought it down. Found Kurt Zuma, who's backtracking by his own box, at the edge of the own box. Strides forward now. Bottom of the centre circle. Flicks the ball over the top for the run of Hakim Ziyech, who looks like he's onside, but the goalkeeper comes out, meets it, and just fires the ball away. But Ziyech was offside. Free kick to Brighton. Chelsea are taking breaking news. Manchester City have confirmed they formally enacted procedures to withdraw from the European Super League. Breaking news on screen. Man City have confirmed they've withdrawn. to formally withdraw. Brighton have got possession and they play the ball up line and give it away. Giroud and Billy Gilmore are warming up. Right, 10 minutes into the second half, no improvement as yet. Jorginho's just drawn a foul from Dan Burn. Inside our half, right-hand side of centre. Right, we take it quick to Zuma. Goes wide left to Rudiger. Rudiger, taking his time. Gives it to Kurt Zuma. Again, to Christensen. Christensen to Reece James. Reece James. Kurt Zuma. Strides up towards the edge of the bottom of the centre circle. Plays it into the feet of Havertz, who turns away from a challenge and drives out to the right-hand side. He's got Reece James with him, gives him the ball. It's Hakim Ziyech, in fact. Goes 1-2 with Kai Havertz. He tries to take on Lewis Dunk, and Dunk just forces it. Uses his strength to just force him off the ball. Goes out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. Brighton goal kick. Yeah, Dunk used all of his experience there. He's a massive, what is he, 6'4", 6'5"? Havertz looks tiny compared to him. Anyway, Brighton take the goal kick short. They play it into the feet of Gross, who's dropped deep to get hold of it. And he strides forward, wide left, to Trossard, looking for a ball into Welbeck. Overplays it, it goes through everyone and goes forward into Kepa's hands. Kepa, still 0-0. No urgency yet from Chelsea. Zuma's played the ball forward, looking for Ziyech. Defenders crowding him out, and they're playing it forward. Welbeck plays the wrong ball and gives it straight to Christensen, rather than the other side, they had a man over. We clear it high, and Dan Burn wins it. Trossard collects the ball. 30 yards from goal, wide left. Goes back to Dunk. Goes outside of him to Gross. Reece James is shutting him down. Chelsea force them all the way back to the centre half in the centre circle. Ben White strides forward. Allowed to go forward to the edge of the box. Cross comes in towards the back post. Overplayed it for everyone. Kepa just does this. Let the ball go wide. It's a Chelsea goal kick. 11 minutes gone. No changes yet for Chelsea. Chelsea don't look at it. Adam Lallana looks like he's coming on for Brighton. He's wearing short sleeves and gloves. Work that out. It's not cold. But we take the goal kick. They head it further forward. They try to play it into Welbeck. Goes through to Kepa again. Now we roll it out to Rudiger. Now Rudiger's striding forward up to halfway. Alonso takes a touch. Finds Pulisic inside, who does well to hold off a challenge and lays it off to Mason Mount and gets the ball back. It's actually Havertz. Mount, good ball into the feet of Ziyech. Outside the box, tries to play it in between the legs of the defender to Reece James, but Brighton win the ball back. They play it up the left-hand side and give it away. Reece James wins a header. Christensen, tracking back, wins the ball and gives it to Zuma. Zuma to the feet of Mason Mount. Bottom of the centre circle, inside our own half. Little 10-yard ball to his left to Rudiger. Stops, puts his foot on the ball, has a look around. Back to Zuma. Jorginho, looking for an option, hasn't got one. Back to Kurt Zuma. Zuma's doing this. He's got no option. He goes square to Christensen. Up the line to Reece James. Back to Christensen. Back to Kepa. Kepa plays the ball early to Rudiger. Rudiger up to halfway. Stops. No option. Back to Zuma. Into the feet of Mount. Back to Zuma again. Brighton have got 5 men pressing the ball. Lay it off to Havertz. Does well. Mason Mount striding forward now. Into their half. Towards the edge of the box. Lays it into the feet of Pulisic, but he's crowded out the ball. He's given one of these. Pulisic. Pulisic has gone down. He's actually hurt Pulisic. Ben White just given him a bit of a shoulder barge off the ball, and Pulisic has gone down and he's banging the floor. Pulisic, he's holding on to something here. Good move from us. We play a ball into the feet of Havertz, lays it off to Mason Mount, who drives over halfway, plays it into the feet of Pulisic, and Pulisic, what's happened here? Mount plays in between 2 defenders. Pulisic tries to grab it. Ben White sees his run and just does this. Gives him an arm off, and Pulisic is still... he got caught in the arm. As Ben White went back, as he sort of gave him a bit of a barge, and he sort of fell backwards, kept on his feet, but as he's put his foot back, he stood on the back of his arm, and he's got a great big scratch here, Pulisic. That's a sore one. A sore one, big time. Deary me. No, it was no free kick. It went through to the goalkeeper. To be fair, Pulisic was never in control of the ball. He was never going to get to it the way the ball was played. We're on 171 likes. Smash that like button for me. Let's see if we can get to 200. So Brighton have got the ball with their defenders. Playing it amongst themselves. Halfway inside their own half at the minute. Chelsea in a defensive shape, pressing as a unit forward. Brighton play it up the line, left-hand side. Christensen's given a stupid free kick away. He's going to get booked now. And he is. Is he getting spoken to or is he getting booked? They play the ball on the right wing. Their left wing, our right-hand side, right in front of the benches, and Christensen just gives away a free kick. Stand up. Brighton take it quickly and work out to the right-hand side with Ben White. Looking for a run over the top. Into the box. Kepa's off his line, quickly collects it. Looking for an early pass, Kepa, but he hasn't got one. Now he rolls it out to Mason Mount. Alonso. Brighton pressing as a unit like we are. Literally, just the two formations are identical and there's no space. They're cancelling each other out. It's going to take a bit of magic to win this. Pulisic collects the ball, gives it away. I think Pulisic will be coming off. He's not in a good game today so far. Basuma, wide right. Welbeck, right wing, right on the byline, collects the ball. Halfway inside our half. He's got man over. Finds him. Basuma, 20 yards from goal. Plays a 1-2. Looking with a 1-2 with, was it Gross? But he's actually played the ball too hard. Looking for Lallana, I think it was, with his gloves on. And he can't grab hold of it, Lallana. It goes straight out for Chelsea, goal kick. What's he wearing gloves for? Deary me. Short sleeves and gloves. What's up with him? Right, Andreas Christensen collects the ball. Gives it to Reece James, wide right. Man shutting him down straight away. Play it forward to Havertz. Holds off a defender. Timo Werner's coming on. Hakim Ziyech tries to dribble in field. Loses possession. But he's been fouled. Chelsea, it's not. It's a Brighton throw-in. Ziyech is complaining. Right, Werner's about to come on. Who's he coming on for? I think it'll be Pulisic. They're not going to make the change yet. Brighton are taking the throw quickly up the line. Welbeck turns away from Zuma. Tries to find a ball inside, but hits Jorginho. And then Chelsea do well to win back second ball. And it's now a Chelsea throw, which Reece James will look to take. About 25 yards from our own byline. Timo Werner and Callum Hudson-Odoi are coming on. Who's coming off? We take the throw in. There are no changes yet. We take the throw in quickly and we work it out to the left-hand side. And Rudiger's got acres of space. Drives forward. Over halfway. Alonso's up the line next to him. Finds him. Edge of the box. Left-hand side. Alonso. Cross comes in. There's only Havertz in the box with 3 defenders. They get it away. Only as far as Rudiger. Wide left to Alonso. Alonso back to Rudiger. He's going to go square. And he does. Christensen back to Rudiger. Rudiger or Kurt Zuma. Now Rudiger. Back to Christensen. Christensen into the feet of Hakim Ziyech. 1-2 with Jorginho. Gets it back, Ziyech. Middle of the box, more middle of the pitch. Plays it out to his left-hand side to Mason Mount. Finds Jorginho. Looking for the run of Alonso on the edge of the box. Can't find him. Pulisic picks up the loose ball. Left wing, wide left. Gives it to Mason Mount. It drops deep to come and help him. Shut down, so goes back to Rudiger. Back to Zuma. Centre circle. Zuma to Christensen. Wide right now to Reece James. Chelsea moving it from right to left. Trying to create space. But Brighton is shifting. As a unit, one side to the other. There's no space whatsoever. And Chelsea give it away. Then Christensen up against McAllister. Welbeck mops up. Back to Burn. Back to Dunk, back to his goalkeeper. Pulisic goes to shut down the keeper, and he stops. Ziyech does, and then Ziyech gives up. They play it out to the left-hand side. Webster. This is poor so far from Chelsea. Webster, over halfway. Left-hand side. Finds Dan Burn. Flicks it into Danny Welbeck, who finds McAllister, who swings the ball wide right. And he's got Veltman. Finds Lallana and his gloves. Wide right. Mason Mount's up against him. Forces him backwards. Goes back to Ben White. He's going to come back to Dunk. Bottom of the centre circle. Lallana finds Gross. Lallana and his gloves. Centre circle. Gross. Wide right to Ben White. Strides forward. Halfway inside our half. Right wing on the byline. Literally on the byline. Comes back. Goes back to Dunk. Shut down by Hakim Ziyech. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Brighton play it wide left. Webster. So Webster plays the ball forward, looking for Danny Welbeck, but Danny Welbeck made the wrong run. And Chelsea mopped the ball up. Rudiger plays a 1-2 with Mason Mount, and now he's striding forward over halfway. Rudiger, left-hand side. Stops. Back to Mason Mount on the halfway line. He's under pressure. Back to Kurt Zouma. To Christensen. To the feet of Kai Havertz, who turns away from the challenge, but he's wide right. He's got Reece James trying to make a run up the line. He hits the back of his feet with the ball, and Brighton come away with it. And they're trying to find a quick pass, but Chelsea have shut it down and won it back on halfway. Centre circle. Rudiger to the feet of Hakim Ziyech. Holds off the challenge. Now he's offside. What's he giving? Is he giving someone holding the ball up? Holding the shirt? He has. Right, first change. Marcus Alonso's coming off. So Alonso's off for Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Kai Havertz is coming off for Timo. Come on, Timo. Timo time. One more change to make. Let's see what happens. Right, come on. Step this up. 20 yards quicker. Right, Reece James has moved out to the left-hand side. What are they playing now? Hudson-Odoi is right wing back. So Hudson-Odoi is up against Dan Burn, who's about 2 foot taller than him. Deary me. Right, they've actually won a throw-in right by our corner flag. They've got the ball. McAllister out to Basuma. Mason Mount goes, can't stop him. And then Pulisic comes across. They've given away a free kick. Mason Mount went up against the challenge, tried to track back and win the challenge and pulled him back a little bit. Let's have a look. He pulls him back once. Yeah. Mason Mount goes in and tries to win a challenge and kicks the back of his leg. And Mason Mount knows it straight away, puts his head to the clouds. And Brighton have got a free kick. They're 30 yards from goal. Left of centre. Direct free kick here. Basuma's over it. McAllister's over it. The big defenders are up. Edge of the box. Chelsea are looking to have a 3-man wall here, which is Werner, Reece James and Pulisic. Basuma's going to take this direct. He does. And he hits the bottom of the wall and goes away for a corner to Brighton. Our right-hand side, their left-hand side. Right. Brighton corner. 22 to go, plus injury time. Let's deal with this and get this away. All the big guns are up. Corner comes in. Headed away at the front post by Callum Hudson-Odoi. And then Pulisic wins a header. Tries to flick it forward to Werner, but they get the ball away. And then Hudson-Odoi sees the ball out of play. Right, Giroud is on the bench. Is Giroud an option? 21 minutes to go. Chelsea need to step this up. Comes out to the right-hand side to Christensen. Plays the ball into the run of Hakim Ziyech, who's in behind. Gets to the byline. Stops the ball. Left-hand corner of the box, and his cross is awful. It goes feebly straight to the goalkeeper. He sort of run out of ideas. And the goalkeeper comes out to his box to throw it, stops and just says, everyone calm down. And now rolls it out to his left-hand side to Lewis Dunk. Gets it back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper now launches it high, over halfway. Zuma's underneath it. Doesn't win it, but the ball goes over him and Christensen's there behind him. Wide left now to Reece James, playing left wing back. Finds Christian Pulisic. Back to Reece James. Reece James just lays it off to Rudiger, who finds Zuma. I'm wondering if Chelsea have changed their formation here. I think Chelsea have switched to 4 at the back. Reece James left back. Rudiger and Zuma centre backs. And Christensen's playing right back. Chelsea have changed formation. 100%. So we're playing out the back and we play it forward, looking for Hakim Ziyech. He loses it. Zuma's picked up the ball. Dead centre, 20 yards from goal. Shoots high and wide. Chelsea's formation has changed. 4 at the back. What are they doing in the midfield? It looks like we've got Jorginho playing as a pivot. It looks like it's a 4-1-4-1 formation. So we're just playing the ball from the back again. Rudiger and Zuma. Zuma strides forward. Plays it to his right-hand side to Christensen, who gives it inside to Jorginho. Jorginho lays it off to Rudiger. Mason Mount's dropped deep, ignores him. Comes this way to Zuma. Finds Christensen. Christensen stops the ball right in front of Tuchel. Zuma. Back to Kepa. Back to Mason Mount. Tries to find a ball wide and gives it away. Brighton have got the ball and they give it away. Jorginho brilliantly on the edge of the box, steps in and wins it. And we stride forward of Reece James. Over halfway, left-hand side. Turns, stops, turns back inside. Gives it to Mason Mount, who then gives the ball away, but he's been fouled by Ben White. Mount's down, free kick to Chelsea. Just inside their half, left-hand side. Mount's up. I'm just trying to work out what we're playing. We're definitely playing 4 at the back. It definitely looks like it still might be Mason Mount and Jorginho. They might be playing 4-2-3-1 here. With Werner up top. With Hakim Ziyech. Christian Pulisic left. So Pulisic is left. Ziyech is in the middle. Callum Hudson-Odoi is on the right of the 3 up front. In behind Timo Werner. Jorginho and Mason Mount are playing as a 2 in midfield. Right, they're making a change. McAllister's going off and Morpay's coming on. Right, we play it forward. Brighton get the ball away high. Zuma's allowed a free header and just heads it forward. We are playing. It looks like 4-2-3-1. Right. Yeah, Pulisic is now playing wide left. We're literally going up against them now. And Brighton are having to put their fullbacks back. We give away possession. Brighton are playing the ball over the top, looking for the run of Morpay. Zuma was there. And done well. It goes back to Kepa. We play it forward. Jorginho plays it wide left over the top of their players, pressing the ball out to Rudiger. Now Reece James over halfway, playing left back. Gives it to Pulisic. Turns away from one challenge, but then has to go backwards. Rudiger, ball over the top. Who's making the run? It's Timo Werner in behind. Collects it. Great first touch. Edge of the box. Finds Ziyech. Ziyech tries to flick a ball back inside to Werner. They shut it down. But he's offside anyway. He's offside. What's going on here? Let's stop this nonsense in the chat. Keep it clean, keep it decent. No one's calling anyone anything. Or else you'll get suspended for this chat. Right, they have the ball and they play it forward up to Danny Welbeck. Over his head, goes out for Chelsea throw-in. Ryland Clark's coming on. Olivier Giroud's coming on. Let's just get back to the game. We need to win this game, people. Get focused in the chat on the game. Stop everything else. It's nonsense. We'll talk about the Super League after. Let's just get back to the game. Christensen takes a throw in short to Werner, gives him a hospital ball back, and he's then caught. Christensen's caught by Basuma, who's gone down Christensen. Is Basuma being booked or not? Basuma's having words with Christensen when he's on the floor. He's caught him. I don't know what he's talking about. He's got a foot up. He catches Christensen. That's a booking at least. Right, Olivier Giroud's coming on. Who's he coming on for? Hakim Ziyech. Yeah, Ziyech has gone off. Not had a good game. Right, that'll just basically mean the Pulisic will come inside in the middle. Werner will go wide left. Giroud through them up top. 4-2-3-1 we're playing. Mount and Jorginho deep. Well, they've played the ball forward. They've won the ball from our free kick and then they play it forward. We get it away. They win the first ball. Zuma collects it. Wide left to Reece James. Gives it up to the byline to Pulisic. He's shut down straight away. Back to James, back to Zuma. Under pressure, loses the ball. Lallana in on goal. He's got Rudiger in front of him. Lallana shoots wide. Deary me. We're trying to play these stupid passes around our defence. They give the ball to Zuma. Morpay goes one side. Zuma turns away from him. Lallana shuts him down the other side. They win the ball back. Zuma just stops and gives up. Rudiger comes across the challenge and does well, and Lallana puts the ball wide. Big chance for Brighton from a mistake from Chelsea. We've got back possession. Ball played to the right-hand side to Hudson-Odoi. Puts a great ball into the box over everyone. Werner's going to collect the loose ball and does. Back to Reece James. Jorginho, halfway inside their half. Back to Reece James. Gives it to Rudiger. Zuma. Just plays a simple ball to his right to Christensen. Hudson-Odoi drives. Stops. Edge of the box. Plays the ball inside. A 1-2. Outside to Christensen. Rudiger. Mason Mount. Jorginho. Rudiger. Strides forward. Out to the left. Reece James collects it. Pulisic on the byline. Tries to take his defender on. Doesn't beat him. Right, Brighton have got to throw him. Halfway inside their own half. Guys, keep the chat decent. Any calling people names, all this sort of nonsense in the chat, I'll ban you myself from the chat. It's nonsense. Keep it clean. Keep it decent. It's a day to celebrate. Let's get the game won first, then we'll celebrate what's happened after. Just keep it in the chat decent, otherwise you're out. Right, Rudiger lets the ball go over him. They take a throw up the line. Right, Kepa. Jorginho, under pressure, loses it. Danny Welbeck, edge of the box, shoots. Danny Welbeck's hit the post. He goes for the follow-up. It is Rudiger. Chelsea are playing stupid football, edge of our own box here. Just get the ball away. And we've lost it again. Hudson-Odoi lose it to Burn. Welbeck wide left. Plays it inside to Gross. Right corner of our box. Goes square to Lallana. He takes a touch. Great save from Kepa down to his right-hand side. But we lost the ball outside of our box again. And Danny Welbeck collects the ball. Jorginho lost it. Welbeck collected the ball from 20 yards. Curls it. Beats Kepa. Hits the post. And bounces out. How many more times are we going to do this? Right, Brighton win the ball again. Chelsea are playing people forward. We're just leaving 4 defenders and Jorginho. Basuma strides forward. Tries to find Mope. Rudiger wins a good challenge. Giroud lays off to Pulisic. Pulisic over halfway, right of centre. Gives it to Mount square. Jorginho back to Mount. Move Chelsea. Then there's no energy in the team. Mason Mount back to Kurt Zuma. 10 minutes to go plus injury time. Speed it up. Come on. Christensen. Jorginho. Lays the ball off to Rudiger. There's no options again. Zuma looks for Giroud, who does well to lay it off, but Pulisic went the other way. We give it away. Danny Welbeck, left-hand side. Plays the ball inside and gives it away. And they put a foot in now on the left-hand side. Callum Hudson-Odoi has moved out to the left. Christian Pulisic comes to the right. We take a throw in short, and Reece James thinks he's got time to bring the ball down. Lallana and his gloves are there to win the ball off of him. Push us further back. Chelsea throw in. This is poor. This is really poor. This is rubbish so far. Chelsea have got to step this up. So James takes the throw in short to Hudson-Odoi, who again, 4-2-3-1 is on the left-hand side. Pulisic is wide right now. Mason Mount, halfway inside their half, gives it wide left. Hudson-Odoi driving forward towards the edge of the box. As he does, gives it to Werner outside the box. He's going to go back to Hudson-Odoi by the byline. Tries to feint to cross it, holds the ball up, and under pressure, Brighton get the ball away. Chelsea throw in, level the edge of their box. Goes back to James. Back to Hudson-Odoi. Back to James again. Into the feet of Mason Mount. Tries to turn away, but there's Basuma again. He's had a great game, Basuma. Wide right. Finds Lallana in his gloves. Right-hand side of centre. Plays the ball forward. Mope. Off to Lallana. Switches it. Wide left. Dan Burn. Pulisic goes to shut him down. Burn tries to turn him inside out. Doesn't. Comes off Pulisic, off of Dan Burn, and goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. 21 likes away from 200. Smash the like button for me. 8 minutes plus injury time to go, and Chelsea's still playing too slow. Kepa to Zuma. This is a chance for third in the league. Step up. What are you doing? Christensen. Square to Jorginho. Rudiger finds Reece James. Hudson-Odoi tries to take his man on, loses the ball. Veltman comes forward. Inside our half, halfway. Finds Lallana in his gloves again. Lays it off to Basuma. Strides forward. Chelsea defending well in numbers. Holding them up, forcing them backwards. Brighton are quite happy for a point. Attempts, 1. On target, none. The whole game, Chelsea. 65% possession, 1 attempt, not on target. They've had 4 attempts, 1 on target. Shocking. They're playing possession through their back 3. They're playing it up the line to the left-hand side. And then Christensen comes over and wins the ball and goes back to Kepa. Kepa to his left-hand side to Rudiger. Stops, goes back to his right-hand side to Zuma. Get the ball forward quickly. How many more times? Jorginho into the feet of Giroud. Holds it up and lays it off to Christensen. Playing right back now. Christensen looking for an option. He's got no one. Goes back to Zuma. Zuma to Rudiger. God dear, we've gone back 6 months, haven't we? Rudiger. Reece James. Move, Chelsea. Move. Hudson-Odoi collects it. Comes inside. Forced backwards. Reece James. Hudson-Odoi. Back to James. Into the feet of Giroud, who drops deep, holds off a defender, lays it off. Chelsea move forward 10 yards. Werner drops deep to get it, collects it. Plays the ball wide right, Pulisic, edge of the box, right-hand side. Werner's in the middle, ignores him. Gives it back to Jorginho, but the referee's in front of him. Jorginho had to move the referee out of the way. Jorginho, back to Rudiger. Christensen moves in towards the middle of the pitch, halfway inside their half, shut down by Welbeck. Goes out to Rudiger. Brighton have got 10 men behind the ball. James, Jorginho, strides forward, plays it wide left to Hudson-Odoi. Edge of the box, right-hand side. Or left-hand side, sorry. Cross comes in low. Giroud strikes it first time, just wide. Unlucky, but that was better. We need to play it forward quickly. Get into a good area. Get the ball in the box early. Hudson-Odoi, take somebody on. Cross in, Giroud, unlucky. It's unlucky. Got 5 minutes plus injury time to go. Come on, Chelsea. You're better than this. Brighton are going to make a change. Welbeck's coming off. And Jacob Moder's coming on. Brighton goal kick. Launched high. Christensen doesn't win the first ball. Jorginho wins the second. Goes forward. They head the ball away. Zuma goes up to win a challenge and doesn't win it. Christensen tries to get the ball away. Only as far as the guy who's just come up. Finds down Burn. They're playing it down this left-hand side. Our right wing, their left. Hold on to possession here. They flick the ball into the area, but Rudiger gets the ball away. They collect the second ball. Back to White. Webster, halfway line. Finds Basuma. Lays it off to Lallana on his gloves. Plays it forward to Moda, who's just come on and just gets his angles wrong. And then Christensen plays the ball up the line. Gives it away. They launch it forward. Christensen wins a good header. Pulisic goes up against Lallana and does well to hold him off and win the ball. But Chelsea have got a free kick already. Deary me. Right, we take it quickly. Back to Kepa. Come on. Rudiger out wide left to Reece James. Inside to Jorginho, who's got acres. Brighton defending their own half. Wide right to Zuma. Strides forward over halfway. Spots a run. Gets the ball wrong. But they head it into the feet of Mason Mount, who collects the ball. Goes wide left to Hudson-Odoi. Comes inside as he always does. This time backwards. Finds Werner and Jorginho. Werner tries to play a ball in. They get the foot in, but it comes out to Hudson-Odoi. Finds Mason Mount. Tries to get to the byline. Tackled. Hudson-Odoi collects it. Edge of the box. Reece James now. Left corner. Christensen's got some space. He's going to shoot from distance. He doesn't. Wide right to Pulisic. By the byline. Cross. He shoots. Should have been a cross. He shoots and the goalkeeper just stands there. Collects it like this. More breaking news. Oh, we've seen that already. We've seen it already. We'll talk about that after the game. Right, the goalkeeper launches it forward. Zuma's underneath it. Lets it bounce. Christensen there collects the ball. Launches it forward. And then they win the ball from Jorginho and Gross towards the edge of our box. Tries to play a ball into a run, but Zuma holds his position and does well to win it. Chelsea come away with Mason Mount. Moves out towards the left-hand side. Up to halfway. Finds Hudson-Odoi. One-on-one with the defender, Veltman. Gives it to Giroud, who holds it up and just gives it back to Rudiger. Back out to Hudson-Odoi. Up against Veltman. And we've done well. No, we didn't. Veltman went down, won a challenge. Mason Mount tried to help him out and flick it over him. But Hudson-Odoi couldn't get there. They get it away as far as Kepa. He's giving it now to Zuma. Halfway. Wide right to Christensen. Inside to Jorginho. There's still time. Jorginho out to Reece James. Jorginho. They're all defending in numbers, Brighton. Werner makes a run left wing. Takes Ben White with him. Gets up to the byline. Referee's giving a goal kick and Werner's saying it's a corner. Werner's saying, how can you give that as a goal kick? Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, he does. Ben White played it off his foot. It's a Brighton goal kick all day long. Chelsea have not been quick enough with their possession. They've not been fast enough, just moving the ball about, making runs off the ball. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ben White's the man of the match for Brighton. He's been there shutting down Christian Pulisic most of the game. He's done well. Well, they play the ball forward and Mopé's up with Rudiger. It falls to Reece James, who plays the ball over the top, looking for a run at Giroud. You got Werner one side, Giroud the other. So you're looking to play the run to Werner, but you play it to Giroud. Of course, he doesn't get there. They head it back to the goalkeeper. We're into injury time. And we've got confirmed 3 minutes to go. The goalkeeper looks it forward. Chelsea win back possession. Mason Mount tries to find a nice little ball into Pulisic's run. Can't find him. Brighton mop it up. Then they play it straight out of play. Chelsea throwing right by the halfway line, but we've taken it from a deeper position to go back to Kepa. Kepa to Rudiger. Kepa finds Zuma. Launches one. Looking for Giroud. Goes over him. But there's Basuma mopping up to beat Werner to the ball. He heads it down and it goes back from Dan Burn to the keeper, who launches it further forward. Zuma beats Mopé. Mason Mount brings it down, but he's shut down straight away. And Brighton come away with it again. Play it inside to Gross, who's found Lallana. Moves out to left-hand side. Goes on the outside, Lallana. Gross. Plays a 1-2 with Modern. Dan Burner just gives it away. Giroud's collected it, gives it to Reece James. He plays the ball outside of him to Hudson-Odoi. Now he's got space to run into. Hudson-Odoi comes inside. He's been taken out by Ben White. Booking. Chelsea free kick from a dangerous position. 30 yards from goal. Wide left. Chelsea have got an opportunity. Oh, he's been sent off, Ben White. He's got 2 yellows, so he was sent off. So Ben White, the man of the match, has been sent off. Chelsea have got a free kick. Left to centre. 30 yards from goal. Reece James is over it. Christensen, Giroud, Zuma, Rudiger are up there on the edge. Pulisic makes the run on the outside. Giroud with a header. You think it come off his shoulder and it's come straight through to the goalkeeper. Yeah, he didn't get a proper connection, Giroud. Straight through to the keeper who falls on it. That's probably going to be it. But they've played the ball forward. They've collected the second ball. Brighton on the edge of our box. Play it out wide right. Shot comes in blocked. Blocked by Reece James. And Brighton have got a corner. Bang on full time. There was 3 minutes of injury time. Brighton have got a corner. Come on, get this ball away. Brighton corner. Swung into the box. Giroud goes up to try and win the ball. Doesn't, but we forced the ball away. Referee's blown up and we've blown it. It's a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw and we were poor. Absolutely poor. That was a big, big opportunity for Chelsea to jump inside the top 4, up to 3rd. And we didn't take it. We did not take it. And that's poor today. That's really, really poor. I've got to say, really poor. Chelsea just weren't at it today. They were far too slow. I think Brighton, the fact that Brighton played the same formation as us. Seeker, see you, mate. The fact they played the same formation as us, we just cancelled each other out. There was no space. There was not enough movement. And it was just, wasn't great at all. Was not great at all, I have to say. Really wasn't. So, let's have a look at Twitter. Is there any... Someone's just put on Twitter, the less said about that game, the better, and I think that's right. Well, there's nothing else that I can see at the moment. So, thank you for your comments regarding the commentary. Really appreciate it as always. So Chelsea are up into 4th. We are 4th. We are above West Ham on goal difference, plus 8 goals. All we've got to do is make sure we beat them this weekend. On Saturday, I'll be back here with commentary, 5:30 Saturday. And hopefully we can deliver a better performance. It's another clean sheet. So all we're waiting for now, this evening, we're waiting for confirmation that Chelsea have officially begun the process of leaving the European Super League. The less said about that game, the better. Let's not worry about that. So let's get on to the subject of the European Super League. I'm just seeing the footage of Chelsea fans. The protest that was outside the ground earlier. There's a lot of banners, as you can imagine. But yeah, so that particular game was poor. I don't think that the team looked a bit disjointed. I think the changes should be made at half time. What you want to see with games like that, when the formation is the same for both teams and it cancels each other out, you want to see a change at half time or quite early in the second half to try and change it up, to mix things up. Or what you're looking for, at least, when you begin the second half, is a reaction to how you were playing in the first half. So it's not good enough. We're not moving the ball quick enough. We're not creating spaces. We're not showing for the ball well enough. And you're hoping that basically that you're looking for a response. We didn't get that first 10 minutes. And that was disappointing. Chelsea was too slow, didn't move the ball quick enough. But the positive is we got a point and we go above West Ham on goal difference. We're in 4th. We're back into the Champions League places because it looks as though there will be a Champions League next season. Right, so let's have a look at some of these comments. David says, we played poor, very unlucky today. Seeker, obviously, see you later. Marius, football is passion, no passion today. Michael, thank you very much. Francis, thank you very much. Brian, very bad result for us. West Ham become the most important game of the season. It does. Let's have a look here. Olamind, did Chelsea play well? Not really, no. What does Chelsea have to do to stay in this team? No, I know. It depends when we play against teams that are more threatening wide. He's not the best defender. John, I hate these teams that come for a draw. That's it for us. West Ham next to do us. I'm very disappointed. I'm going to going to the scratch. Dear me. It's not that bad. Stephen, poor team selection. Maybe. Mezzy, bad thing was David Moyes in the stadium watching, so we'll know exactly what to do next week. I think Chelsea will be much, much different. Monster, wow, I'm so disappointed. What a load of dog crap. I was here for the entire game, went on you to celebrate, so I could celebrate, but it wasn't to be. Thanks for the commentary, Monster. Thank you very much, Monster. David, it's ruining sport, and I hate to say it, but it'll ruin football itself. I just hope we get out of the Super League and fast up the Blues. Terry, Brighton wanted it more today. Chaotic says Brighton come for a draw. Stephen, Billy Gilmore should have started the game. Jane, disappointing game. Can't always expect to smash it, but disappointing. Yes, still happy we beat Man City and look forward to the next game. Exactly. Woodshed, I think Tuchel had this in his mind to switch formations, but did not see the big news. That's too late to change. Must be already thinking about West Ham. Who the hell is this? Honestly, my word. West Ham are rubbing their hands together. Probably. They probably are. Probably. But, yes. So, it was a point. We're into the top 4. We wanted 3 points. We got 1. No goals conceded. Disappointing, but we move forward. We got to be better against West Ham. And then this time next week, much better against Real Madrid. Brian, player for player, we're much better than West Ham, but we'll have to give them scrap for a positive result. I think we got more options than they have, and hopefully we can take advantage. So, let's have a look here. David, deep state man of the match protesters, yeah. We may have played poor, but we've just proved to the officials of the Super League that Brighton are a good opponent to face. Exactly. Terry, I think Pulisic was fouled in the box. Maybe. Chaotic, calm yourself. 69 trend, poor game, average performance discussed. We dropped 2 points, great commentary. Thank you very much. Dara, how did Mount do in his more holding position? He got sucked into playing the same way Jorginho does. Kept picking up the ball with his back to goal with someone up behind him. He had to keep laying the ball off. Had a lot of short balls. He couldn't influence it like he normally does. Stephen, the players looked like their minds were somewhere else. They were. Where else could their minds have possibly been? We're waiting for confirmation. Look at me. I keep slipping down. Look. What is going on here? Right. So, Gennaro. Absolutely poor it was. So, guys, let's get back onto the other topic of conversation. I'm seeing the demonstrating again from earlier today. Chelsea, it is believed. It's not officially confirmed by the football club as yet. But there are reports that Chelsea have instigated procedures to withdraw from the European Super League. I'm seeing footage of Bruce Buck and the other Chelsea directors on phones this afternoon or this evening. And not only that, Man City have publicly confirmed their intention to withdraw from the European Super League. Just to recap, Ed Woodward, the Man United vice chairman, has resigned from the club following the fallout from all of this. Terry, see you, mate. Thank you for joining. We'll wait on Arsenal. We'll wait on Tottenham. We'll wait on Liverpool. So I wonder what's going to happen. J-Star, Jorginho is non-factor when he doesn't play next to Conte or Kovacic. That's a good shout. Really good shout. So we've got on Sky now, we have got Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher giving their opinions on what's happening. Who have been, both of them, really outspoken yesterday on Monday Night Football, which was great to see. This is the thing, right? This is exactly the reason. So Brighton, let's just take our Chelsea heads off and look at Brighton. Brighton towards the bottom of the league. well organised, well disciplined. They know their roles. They're well drilled. Play the same formation as us, 3-4-3. They come to Chelsea to not get beat, trying to hit us on the counter, and let's face it, they hit the post. They forced Kepa into more saves than we did with their goal. I don't think we had a shot on target. Or maybe one towards the end. So for Brighton, it's massive. This is what the Premier League can do. The Premier League can give you this type of competition with these teams that can go in. You can get Brighton that on their day can beat anybody. They got a great result against Chelsea tonight, Brighton. Chelsea, not a great result, but we'll take it. And that's what competition in this country can do. So, if you're going to do the idea of the European Super League was these 12 teams or 15 that be in every single season meant that the idea of European competition for the European Super League would be closed off to every other English team. So your Leicester, your West Ham that are fighting for Champions League football this season, if the Super League took off, these clubs would miss out. They wouldn't be given the chance to play because Arsenal, that sit 5-6 places behind them, will be guaranteed to go in, which is ridiculous. And these clubs will be paid 350 million per season, plus gate receipts, plus all this nonsense. They would have been taking all this money. The rest of the Premier League wouldn't have access to that money. They'll feed it amongst themselves, and it will literally be a complete monopoly. These 6 teams from the Premier League will have all the money to go and buy players, and the rest of the teams will be so far behind. It's such an unfair advantage, an unfair playing field, and to take out the UEFA Champions League, it's just pointless, absolutely pointless. But it destroys, as we've heard numerous times, the European Super League would destroy the tradition of our country, football in England, the reputation of our game, our game as a whole. Grassroots would suffer, lower clubs would suffer, and it's just great to see. Just great to see that Chelsea have come to their senses and taken a stand. Man City, I believe, have made their official confirmation. We're waiting for Chelsea to do the same. But obviously they've got to take legal action. The legal action's got to be taken. So they've into a binding contract maybe. There might be all sorts of legal stuff going on now. But everything's now up in the air. The European Super League probably won't happen now. This whole venture is about Liverpool. Let's go through it. Man United are skint. They've got no money. Liverpool, pretty much the same. Real Madrid got no money. They have to give bank loans from the government. Barcelona are skint. So, of course, they want to go with it because they want this extra money. It's ridiculous. The owners are greedy. They're greedy people. The rich get richer. Everybody else suffers. And that is all it's about. And to sit and to say, we're going to create this European Super League, and for someone at Chelsea, I don't know who, somebody at Chelsea, at Man United, at Man City, at Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, signed up to it, made a decision to sign up to it. And I'll tell you what happened. Not a single player, manager, was consulted in it at any club. All of them were told the day after, this is happening, or the day it was happening, we're doing this. No one was asked their opinions. Because Pep Guardiola said today, how can you have a sport where hard work is not rewarded? Like Leicester's, if they get in the Premier League, if they finish third, they normally go to the UEFA Champions League. This European Super League is closed off to any other English club because you've already got 6 in there. Leicester would not be given the opportunity. So that's the problem. There's no reward for them finishing inside the top 4. So Pep Guardiola said today, that's not sport. To have reward for what you achieve taken away is not sport. Everyone's coming out, talking about it. Jurgen Klopp said it himself. Doesn't like the idea. Said it on record. James Milner come out and said it. Other players have come out and said it. We've heard from ex-players, nor pundits. We've heard from plenty of people in football. Chelsea fans have gone to Stamford Bridge to protest today, but by all accounts, the reaction from the fans and from everybody else has shocked Chelsea. And Chelsea straight away looked at the situation with the image of the club, reputation of the club, how it would be tarnished, the history and all this, and they decided to pull out. And the Chelsea fans went there to air their views today. Petr Cech had to come outside the ground and ask the supporters to move along to let the team buses in because they blocked the road off and the police shut Fulham Road. When it was then announced that Chelsea will be leaving or will be looking to leave the Super League and put things in motion, the fans drifted away and let the buses in, and the game then was delayed by 15 minutes. But the complete reaction from the likes of Gary Neville, from the likes of Jamie Carragher. Gary Neville, Man United player for years. His club. He always talks about it being his club. He absolutely slated the owners of his club yesterday, calling them scavengers. So they don't care about the game. They don't care about the players, the fans, the history. Jamie Carragher did the same thing. And massive, absolutely massive. And from what's been achieved today with these two clubs, Man City and Chelsea, who apparently were backed into a corner to leave or to join the Super League in the beginning, when everybody else had signed up, were pretty much told, right, you need to either join us or you get left behind. Decision was made, they joined. Don't know who it was. You're never going to know who it was. But I'm just so pleased. A massive, massive day. And just to confirm here, game knocks. Yes, they are. It's pretty clear. So just to confirm, I'll tell you the difference for me. I woke up this morning thinking we've signed up to this European Super League. It's an absolute disgrace. What's the point of us trying to achieve a top four finish when the Champions League won't exist? Chelsea could sell all their players, keep a good enough squad to finish 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, down to 16th in the Premier League, even 17th in the Premier League. And no, they'll be in the Super League the season after as a founder member. They just know they could be absolute crap all season and they'll still be in this getting 350 million a season. It is shocking. It does not work. It is ridiculous. And I'm just so pleased that Chelsea have now come out, pulled out of it. It's just a shame that the reaction from the players on the pitch today wasn't great at all. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to finish it here. I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Let's just wait and see and get official confirmation from Chelsea. But let's just leave it there. Chelsea 0, Brighton 0. Disappointing result today. But we're back inside the top four. Goal difference from West Ham. We got 8 goals better off than they are. But we play them Saturday. Massive game. Live commentary here. Indy, I did see that, by the way, James Corden. Live commentary here on the channel Saturday, 5:30. Come and join me. Make sure you check out my channel for other videos this week, which will be coming out. But thank you for your support, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for sticking with us and getting involved in the chat. And thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Look out for more videos on my channel. Like the video for me. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Chelsea leaving the Super League. See you later.